What is up, boys? Today I'm really excited for this exhibition. We have an exhibition, the United States, specifically Northeast US versus the European stronghold. This is gonna be a lot of fun, guys. I've been looking forward to this for a really long time. We started planning it probably about a month ago. It finally came to fruition today. On each side we have 5 very talented players. I'll let the commentators introduce them, but for you guys just tuning in, we have an exhibition 5v5. Each team basically has 15 lives. Each player basically has 3 lives. They'll keep playing until one team loses all of their lives, and then we'll be left with a winner. And the number one question I've heard, just kind of discussing this, because I know this is the, how do I say, elephant in the room. What's the lag like, right? Like, why are you guys playing people from Europe? It's actually a lot better than you'd think. On PC natively has 2 frames less to lag than PS4, and it's typically, we actually tested all the connections beforehand. We have typically about 4-frame connection, which is actually a little bit better than the West Coast because the internet stability of the Europe is a little bit better over there. So I think this, while it's not under the most ideal circumstances, to say the least, it will still be a lot of fun, and I hope to showcase some of the talent in the EU and in the US as well. I think we got a pretty varied lineup here. But first, I want to introduce our commentators. First of all, we got Gandito representing the United States. Gandito, you guys might know him for his extremely strong Zeta play, La Diva play. He's also a very good DJ, and he runs his own tournament series, The Kitchen, among other talents. Gandito, how you doing today?
I'm actually doing pretty good. How about you, Diaphone?
Not too bad. I'm excited for this exhibition.
And yeah, been definitely looking forward to it since we started even mentioning it. I feel the player pool that we have going on both sides should be particularly strong, and obviously lag aside and everything permitting, this should be fun to watch if anything.
Exactly. I find it funny that right when you come on commentary, I already see steak opinions in the chat. Medium, rare. As you guys know, our commentary is, at least myself and Gandita, I don't know about Che, we'll have to get his opinion, but we're both medium rare fans, and that's how steak's meant to be eaten. So we'll have to get Che's.
Steak is meant to be eaten rare, but you can't order that reliably at a restaurant without dying, so medium rare it is.
Fair enough. And on the other side, we got Che Benji. Che, you guys might know from the Hearts Are Blazing, or Hearts is I don't know. Hearts Are Something Blazing. The European series over there. Awesome tournament series. He does a crazy good job, crazy production value, better production value than this stream, I'll definitely say for sure, among other talents. Che, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you very much. It's Hearts Are Blazing, which is just a reference to, the Strive song. But yeah, I'm doing very well. And if anyone doesn't order their steaks medium rare, we might have to have, a little tussle. All
right, good. I like how all the commentaries align. This is great. This is exactly what I want to see out of our commentary lineup. So yeah, appreciate you guys for coming on. I think this is a great commentary duo. I think you guys will do well. I'm sure you guys will have your own biases, America versus US, but I'm sure the chat will as well. Gandhi, do you mind describing what our team looks like over here on the US?
We have a fairly strong pool of players right now, so I don't know if you guys over there, everybody in chat watches NLBC, but one of the players that we do have is Teiga. Teiga is obviously, some people might know him from playing Street Fighter, but he has become a really good Granblue player. He mainly plays Dragon Knight characters, so basically he only touches Percival and Lancelot. Oddly enough, one was considered in Japan to be the strongest character in the game in Season 1, and one is considered to be the best character just by everybody right now on Season 2. So if you guys want any idea on which characters to play, you can probably ask Teiga every now and then. He'll tell you which characters are broke or not. Then we have both Bisu and Rico Suave. Bisu used to be from California, and if I'm not mistaken, or somewhere in the West Coast, he has been pretty much playing Belial since the character dropped, only playing Catalina from, in Season 1 or on spurts if anybody asks him to. He's been one of the higher, more consistent placings since Season 2 dropped with Belial, and he has not dropped the character since he got nerfed. Rico Suave, you guys might know him more from playing Abel in Street Fighter 4, or if anybody remembers that video with Sanford Kelly breaking his joystick after a match and some random dude just kind of smiling through it. All of that happened because of Rico Suave, and he's one of the players that I guess that most people are surprised to see here, because you don't see him at NLBC, you don't see him at other tournaments, because he's strictly a PC player. For at least in terms of Granblue, and he's been playing mainly a very solid Belial, very footsies, basic oriented Belial, extremely effective, and he also plays Bubs right now, if I'm not mistaken. We also have Diaphone, of course, the self-representing here as well, who is essentially a random select wheel. Diaphone basically, you take your time and teach people how to basically play a game with play this game with just about every character as possible, because you focus on what works and take out what doesn't, and which is a great approach to this game in general. And last but not least, we have Wavy, who I personally don't know too much about. I know that Wavy used to be a Jita player, if I'm not mistaken, and I think he's been focusing on CAG a little bit more right now, so I hope to be able to, we're going to see strong character variety over here on the US side. I don't know that, I know a little bit about the characters and the players on the Europe side, but I'll let Benji take care of that right now.
Yeah, appreciate Gandito, and I just a quick disclaimer, guys. I had Benji, who did the graphic, did a great job. I asked him to put Uno as my character. I don't think I'm gonna play Uno, guys. I didn't even buy the DLC on the PC. Forgot about that.
Oddly enough, we were talking.
Even if I wanted to play him,
we were talking earlier, right before this started. He's like, "Yeah, I love lame play. I want to see Diaphone play Uno."
I was looking forward to it. It was fun.
I still play them, but I have to exit out of the game to buy a DLC. I don't want to deal with that, so no Uno today, but maybe some other time.
AG and Chad goes like, Diaphone dropping Uno, confirmed unplayable.
Exactly, guys. But yeah, Jay, do you mind running down the EU lineup for us before we get started?
Yeah, not to worry. Obviously, looking at the EU side, we're a little bit stacked with female characters, which tends to be a little bit of a trend among, most of the European players. We a little bit more on the simp side, but getting over past that, we have Navia. Navia is probably the player that the US side will be a little bit more familiar with compared to absolutely everyone else on this list. Navia often joins in with the American side. I believe Lobby Nights, he joins in on Wednesdays, and he is a phenomenal Jita player that started playing Granblue as his first ever fighting game. And in spite of that, he has grown incredibly fast, and if you watch old tournament footage of him, he's developed a lot. His playstyle has almost done a complete 180 to the point where now he's a very kind of deliberate player who seems to have good matchup knowledge across the board. So he's ended up being a surprising footnote in the European Granblue history. He's currently placed second in the Hearts of Blazing official rankings. So again, he's definitely a player to watch out for. He's got a very good Jita, and it's hard to slip many things by him, but it will be interesting to see how he stacks up against players that he doesn't necessarily play against the tournament as often. Second up, we have Miri, who used to be among the trio of brilliant Zetas in Europe, but has recently been trying other characters in the new Season Pass. He started off with Belial and has now moved on to Yule. I don't believe he's picked up any Uno, so we're more than likely going to be seeing his UL this event. His Yule looks really clean, though. He used to be a Venom player in Exarch, and he has quite a few tournament results with that character. But his Zeta was pretty much defined, at least in my eyes, by his single hit confirms, and being a really great player, being patient, but then flipping that switch on, turning the aggression on when you need to with the Zeta. But as a result of that, we're actually seeing his UL being, it doesn't necessarily mesh with exactly my image of Miri, but it looks phenomenal nonetheless, and his abilities to get good conditioning and reads on people is definitely being brought to fruition with this UL. Tomorrow, he used to be, basically he played Jita, and then as Season 2 started to drop, he moved away from Jita and started playing characters like Cagliostro, and Soros was a bit of a low-tier warrior. Cagliostro was phenomenal, probably the best Cagliostro that I've seen in Europe, if not the only one. But sadly, as of the last patch, he has moved away from Cagliostro, not being too happy with the decision not to give that character any love, and has moved over to Zeta in favor of the, nearly universal Fuzzy. I'm going to be interested to see if all of his practice will come to fruition today. I want to see at least one Fuzzy coming through in this tournament. If it doesn't, then, nothing against him, but I'll be a bit upset. And both Miri and Samara are both from the Nordic regions of Europe, with Finland and Sweden respectively for Miri and Samara. And Nivea, forgot to mention, is a French player, and the French region in general is an incredibly strong region within the European Granblue scene, as our next player, TryKeazer, who happens to be third, just below Nivea in the HAB rankings, is also from France, and he is an Armaya player. Now, it's relatively well known that Europe tends to have a little bit of a weird congregation towards characters that are less common in other regions, and Narmaya, definitely one of them. We consider Narmaya to be among some of the strongest characters in the game, along with characters like Zeta, Beelzebub. We've been pretty much repping all of these characters since day one, to the point where it's almost exhausting. I believe one of our brackets had 60% Ladiva in it at one point early on in the Granblue lifespan, and now it's like 60% Beelzebub. I have no idea where on earth they all came from, but unfortunately we do not have any Beelzebub representatives here today. The last player that we are featuring is going to be Mr. Pow, who is among the last army that Europe has, which is the Matera army. But basically the latest chapter of HAB, which is a tournament series in Europe that I run, it has been pretty much entirely just French players and Matera players. Matera is everywhere in our top 8s at the moment, and Mr. Pow, very much so. I believe he's 6th place in the rankings right now as a phenomenal Matera player from Switzerland. He streams as well, so be sure to check him out. And yeah, that's pretty much the European lineup. I'm very happy with it. I feel like we've got a good spread of representation between different regions in Europe and different characters, which is not always the easiest thing to do, as we do tend to have quite a few people playing the same characters in Europe.
Definitely agree. Yeah, I think the lineups turned out really well. I like the diversification of the characters, and I can't believe I didn't notice that Europeans are just playing all waifus. That's actually godlike, and yeah, I guess that's the secret European tech. So
you have one character. If you had Cagliostro replaced with another male character, it would have been all male versus all female. And I was only slightly irked by that when I was making the graphics.
It's funny because Wavy does play Percy too.
Yeah, I
figured I figured the CAG would be better clickbait, so I nominated CAG. But yeah, I mean, dropped opportunity. Next time we'll learn that. But yeah, seriously. So I think this will be great. Before we get started, one quick thing. Gandito and Che, what are your predictions? What do you think the final score will be? I'll start with you, Gandito.
Seriously? Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want bias. All right.
Yes. Or not just, authentic, your authentic opinion. It's just probably biased.
15-9, East Coast takes it.
I like it.
Alright, if I had to be so bare about it, which, I'm not a fan of, because obviously there's going to be a ton of nuance going into this. Never before have these regions collided, I don't think, on a delay-based online tournament. But with all of these variables completely ignored, I'll try and keep it as real as possible. I think it's going to be an 11-15 split, but I'm going to favor it in Europe's favor. I have nothing but love and support for my
Oh no, I am taking full consideration of all the nuances that are happening around. We have a Lancelot player in 4-frame delay.
That's right. That's true. But we have a Matera player.
Yeah, I think Matera might be better. Well. Yeah,
you also have I want to take your side a little bit, just because I am a Zega player and you have Stamaro right there, but I feel that I just get this impression that I don't know. I think it's going to be 15-9. US said East Coast taking it.
So tomorrow, you have to remember, is relatively fresh with the Zeta, but he's a really quick learner, and he's got quite a few great people giving him some advice at the moment. So I'm really interested, at the very least, to see how his Zeta has been developing in this tournament. We got a brief look at it in the last HAB, but gonna look forward to seeing how that ends up panning out. Specifically, though, our first players are going to be Mr. Pow, right? So yes. I'm wondering, how much Matera experience do you guys have over there?
Well, personally, we have a lot of good Materas in the U.S. Obviously, the first name that comes off the top of my head is probably Ed Gone Bad. He plays a very solid mixture of zoning and rushdown, and he is I would basically say that he's probably one of the more creative ones in terms of the amount of setups and how much on the fly improvising he can actually do to make something work. I feel that he's probably one of the best Materas in the U.S. right now, and most of us have actually played him quite a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if we are ready for Matera. But I mean, we never know. We gotta see what European material is like.
I mean, honestly, I know that there's like a pit in all of our stomachs where we don't want to see our regions just randomly get washed. I think there's no way, given the talent that we've got stacked up on either side, that it's going to end up being a wash one way or the other. But, you know, you can't help but have that lingering anxiety that our regions that we love so much are going to end up getting a little bit washed. But with that said, we are moving into our first match, which is going to be Mr. Powell's Matera up against Bizu's Belial, I believe. Yeah, it is.
That is correct. Well, that.
All right, so let's have a little look at how this is going to go. I think it will take a lot, basically, from the first round start. It's going to tell me a lot about how Bizu plans to play this matchup and how Mr. Powell plans to play this matchup. Obviously, any good Matera player is going to need a mixture of good zoning, good spacing, and knowing when to go aggressive. But I'm interested to see how Bizu takes this matchup, because there's two real ways to do it with Belial. It's to rush Matera down completely, or to try and contest her fireball game with your own, which actually isn't impossible for Belial.
Well, Belial has probably the second best fireball in the game now, but just because Henri's spear is just way too good. But right off the bat, Mr. Powell just says, I don't care about your fireball, I'm just going to go ahead and knock you down with mine.
Yeah, EX high shot, gets the knockdown nice and early, gets the butterfly confirmed. Hots back out, not wanting to commit too far into the corner. I like it, keeping his spacing. Now getting some overhead pressure down. Double overhead, that's going to be a big combo. One more touch will kill him. Oh, never mind.
That is going to be part of the experience right now, guys. Right now, we just got to hold it, and Bisu, oh my god, Mr. Powell right off the bat with a perfect. My 15-9, I already feel my 15-9 is just going to get scraped off the table. Bisu, don't be like that.
I definitely think it's going to be close, but a beautiful JH from Bisu coming in, getting a full combo, putting Matera in the corner, and this is mine. Matera using the Zephyr, getting herself right out of there, but it does not matter if Bisu can repeatedly get these overheads. We could see 7 golden letters going the other way.
Could it be a repeat perfect? Oh my god!
It looks like it is.
Oh!
Yep, that's it. All right, starting it off with a reverse perfect.
Disrespect being back and forth. Oh my god, Bisu, thank you for clapping back. Don't let me down.
That's what I'm saying. I think this just confirms that, you know, in one way, this is a wash, but in the other way, we're keeping it nice and tight between the regions. So, I think this is going to be representative of the series as a whole.
Bisu getting the lucky third hit on the M follow-up. It only happens when people are crouching. Gets a counter hit.
Misses drops the combo. Yikes. That would have been dead, but doesn't matter.
That's clean. That's clean.
2M, 2L, super. Bizu will be taking the first life from the European stock.
2M2L is just so degenerate. It makes no sense. Why is that even in the game? But yeah, Bisu running in and basically taking taking Europe by storm, and that he got a brief wake up call. But if anything,
yeah. So guys, if you win, you stay on. So BC, you just stay on. It's winner stays on, and then the loser gets off, and Europe can choose who they want to pick.
But Bisu, please don't change cabinet. Don't be swapping cabinets back and forth, guys.
I think BC won the one player side. Want to keep a player on, I believe. But yeah, they'll probably be swapping out. A good showing from Mr. Powell, though, getting the 7 golden letters at the start, but I do believe that the Belial matchup can be a little bit hard to deal with. So, swapping it out, I would honestly love to see Navir coming in next, as I don't think there's a single player that has dealt with all of the phenomenal Belial players that EU has to offer, as well as Navir has. So, I'd definitely be interested in seeing who we end up with next.
Rico, if you heard that, do not pick Bubs, pick Belial instead.
I don't think we have winners swap. It's all good.
Yeah. But yeah. So you had been saying earlier when we were discussing that Europe has a lot of experience versus more obscure characters because they tend to stick with them since the beginning. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's going to be a few gaps in our representation, especially as Europe is a relatively smaller region compared to regions like the US. But specifically, unless we're talking like Soris or Vasaraga, I think there's a good slew of representation across all of the characters in the cast across different regions. So there's no excuse for anyone not to have matchup experience.
Gotcha. And just as you predicted, just as you were hoping, Navier is up for the European squad.
Now,
Wait,
Navier-
are commentators allowed to coach? Is this allowed? Should we dock Europe a point?
Wait, what was the coaching?
You told Navier to go up. I'm just
I
playing.
didn't tell Navier to go up. I wanted him to go up there. It's neither here nor there if he happens to be tuned into the wonderful Diaphone stream.
Hey, Diaphone, I think it's 15, 14.
Got it.
All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to see if we can go ahead and, so Navier, you said that he's going to be playing, which character again?
Jita, I don't think I've ever seen him play another character in tournament or any sort of serious setting. So yeah, he's been a Jita player since day one. And honestly, I don't think there's a single player that I think resonates with a character, at least in my mind, from the European region, other than maybe Svamp and Zeta, but he also has Azorius. So yeah, honestly, Jita and its attachment to Navier at this point is very strong in the European players' minds. So I think it would be... The question is basically, do we get Color 11 or do we get Alter Ego, Jita? He's going to have the fish, but there we go, Color 11. He's not evil, Jita. Not today. Gotta try and keep it nice and clean for us. Getting hit by the second hit of that far heavy, got nerfed in the... Oh, one of the previous patches, but there we go. MVP.
Yeah, he already has the... Yeah, already obvious to be so that Navier does have MVP already waiting to be able to call out anything after far heavy.
For sure. I mean, he used to be pretty much renowned for being a player that's very willing to pull out,
just like
reversals in situations, yeah. But these days, he's calmed down on it a little bit. He likes to alternate a tempo. Basically, he has two tempos. His aggressive tempo and then a very patient tempo that he didn't used to have before. So going between these two playstyles and adapting to the other player's tendencies has become a real strong point for Navier, which used to be one of his weaknesses. So it's really great to see, and you're not going to be able to get away with many gaps in pressure, because he's got that MVP on lock.
Yeah, very good 2M into 2L into SPA by Bisu. He could have done the EX as Modius and then gotten the full loop, and he would have been able to take the round immediately. But instead has to settle for the walk-up throw, and if it works, it works, right?
For sure.
50. Just remember, 50% of the time it works 100% of the time.
Nice. Taking him all the way to the corner is going to get confirmed. Does end up actually getting a 2U or far heavy into the knockdown, but ends up using that as a reset, keeping his offense going. Far heavy, close light, just whipping on the crouching below. And now it's up to Bisu to get himself out of this corner because, as we can see, Navier is not going to make that easy for him. He does achieve it with that EXDP.
Yes, as you were saying, there we go.
Yeah, catch him on the walk back.
Gets confirmed, but very good EXDP by Navier, trying to uses it to escape the jump U and go away from the corner. Beautiful. And wow, good 2U into EX Fireball. I am the kind that I don't necessarily like spending EX Fireballs in this game anymore with my characters because it's just they don't knock down anymore.
So, yeah, I mean he probably had an understanding that it was going to kill, so
yeah, very good. Very
getting
good
the knockdown here. Navier, what I have to mention is that EXDP, recognizing this unsafe safe jump that he was going for with that JU, was definitely what ended up winning Navier that round, I believe. But getting clipped by this overhead by Bisu, he is doing phenomenal work, not just against Mr. Power, but now Navier as well with these overheads. It's getting wrecked because of the cross-up JU.
Oh, Bisu could have actually killed there, but he instead lets him get away. Very good 2M into EX Rekka though by Navier right there.
Navier got the hit confirms on lock.
Going down to the wire.
Second throw. And gets the third one. Navier will be returning the favor, taking a stock away from Bisu.
Bisu. My God, you had that in the bag. What happened? I'm mad. I'm slightly mad.
Beautiful stuff. I got the fish on lock. I mean, obviously, I've still got the stage mod that is on my side at this point, but I am 100% going to try and get the fish modded into Coliseum for the next tournament. Just like a big fish at the top of the screen. Jita fish is iconic at this point, and as someone in the chat said, it's now confirmed. All great Jita players use the fish.
No, that is correct. And then who is it that who do we have the real?
I think this is Wavy.
Yeah, with a name like that, I don't know who else it could be.
Got quite a few of the NA players sitting in the lobby at the moment. There's if it is Wavy, I'll be really interested to see which character he ends up playing. Cagliostro doesn't have the easiest time into Jita, so I'd be interested to see if he ends up switching away from that towards one of the characters that I haven't seen him play in the past, or if he's going to be sticking with his Cagliostro as the graphic shows. Obviously, you were the one that suggested it, Diaphone, but I did also follow up with him, and he said, yeah, that I should put the Cagliostro. So,
Okay,
we're seeing now. Yeah, there it is. The Cagliostro up against Jita. Okay, this should be really interesting. Cagliostro is always a pleasure to watch, regardless of who she's playing against. So I'll be really interested in seeing how Wavy approaches this matchup and the character in general.
My prediction is going to be a lot of 2 medium, 2M. Not as much use of the far heavy. Just because of the...
Yeah, takes the pressure. Uses that 5U, and again, Navir, having some matchup experience, understands that you can trade there.
Oh, and we got the English, the English language tag. There we go.
I don't think I've heard that before. Nice, Late Wrecker ends up catching him, goes for the MDP, and now what's the setup?
Yeah. Everybody kept saying that them breaking up EX Rekka was a nerf, and right now, every time I always see people getting caught by it.
Yeah, I believe the real nerf is it being a little bit more punishable in more situations. However, Navir, he's always been a really good player when it comes to conditioning and willing to take these risks. So he has made the Late Wrecker look like an absolutely devastating weapon.
Right.
Honestly,
now, you're just kind of winning clean at this moment.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't write out Wavy for sure. Cagliostro is a very momentum-based character. She can get herself going. Like this, there you go, getting the overhead with the TP into jumping heavy.
Decides to go for the spear instead of the CAG boots. Oh, the hoops, that's what we call them? Alright. It's basically a boot. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's basically an unsafe boot.
Oh, very
nice.
good use of the delay. No.
To confirm, it can be a little bit tough, especially in 4 frames delay. Nice. I'd be really interested to see if he starts using the rock as counter zoning a little bit more. Obviously, the second that he goes for it, Navir is going to go for that super jump forwards. Keeping Cagliostro against that wall. The EXCP is not going to end up getting punished, but the super is on deck for both players, so a reversal is in check. Nice, going for that 2M trade again. And
very good. Far heavy confirmed though. Gets the kill with the SSBA. Yeah, Navir has done 2M every single time to cause the trade and getting the better of the situation. It has been unreal. Absolute
I don't
magic.
think there's anything you can do as the Cagliostro to punish that, basically. So it's a free trade on 5U, and then nothing comes out. She goes for any of the other cancel options.
Gotcha. Well, the only thing I guess that she can do is just not throw the rock out.
But then she gets hit by 2M, and she's blocked the 2M, and they can go for the Late Wrecker. Nice. Beautiful DP on the Universal Overhead.
Very good punish.
Nice punish, yes. Love to see it. This match is coming down to the wire, but at the moment, Wavy has got the advantage. Slowly pushing the bit to the corner. This should be it. Confirms into the SBA, and Wavy will be knocking the French cheetah out of a life.
Wavy confirmed better Jita player.
Got another matchup. And I'll be honest, as far as it goes, we probably had one player playing Cagliostro, and he happens to be in this tournament. It's tomorrow. And other than that, I'm not sure who on earth we would be playing if you want to get Cagliostro experience in Europe.
Yeah, Wavy is our European counter pick. No one knows what this character does.
I think that might be the case, honestly.
That was the goal. But yeah, just want to check in with chat. I see a few questions about the rules. So the rules are 1st to 15. Each character has 3 lives. You are not character locked, so if Wavy loses, he is welcome to switch to Percival or any other character. But if you do win, just like a tournament, you are required to stick with that character and you are required to stay on. So right now, Europe is trying to decide who to put up against Wavy, and that person's welcome to do whoever they want. They don't have to play who is on the roster. They can, literally pick any character in the game.
And we got the bull dragon. Whoever, Che, can you give me some clarification on who this one is?
I have no clue. I would imagine it's TryKeazer, but I have no clue. This is a name that I've not seen hop into the lobbies before.
The bull dragon. I don't know. So depending on which I can't even.
Yeah, it is Keazer.
It is Keazer. Okay, good, perfect. So yeah, we're hoping to see some good Narmaya over here. I don't know exactly how the Narm CAG matchup goes, but I
mean, as you'd expect, it's slightly and like I'd say generally speaking, most of Cagliostro's matchups are pretty flat, as is true for pretty much the entire game. There aren't many matchups that stretch beyond 6-4 in this game. At least I don't personally believe so. And I'd say this is probably just a classic slight favor Narmaya matchup, honestly.
I'm a Sega player, so I know well and back that Sega Lowain is 7-3. Shout outs to Searchlight.
No, back in the day, Zeta had probably one of the more diverse matchup spreads. But even a character like Zeta, even a character like Lowain, their matchup spreads have been so incredibly stabilized at this point that if you told me 6 months ago that Lowain was going to end up having a decent matchup spread against Shodos, then I would have laughed in your face. But here we are.
No,
it's 2021 now.
Definitely the changes in the game system, the small changes, the buffs the character got with the changes in the cooldowns, and obviously the nerfs to fireballs all over the game. And a lot of people have been complaining, say, "Oh, fireballs, they don't feel like you can actually use them the same way anymore." But to a sense, if you looked at the matchup, at the tier lists from season 1. Practically all the Shoto characters were up, so it was definitely a very welcome change in trying to establish character balance and variety. So we're gonna see Lowain has better matchups because of it right now, and I just want to see how it is that Narmaya is supposed to deal against this CAG right now.
If there's going to be an unfamiliarity check on Europe side, it's going to be one of our Matera or our Narmaya player, and TryKeazer has been on an absolute tear lately. His momentum in Europe in general has been phenomenal. He's taken 2nd place in the past 2 HABs, and it's only a matter of time before he gets his win.
Very good confirm, but this messes up the combo.
Beautiful, good frame trap.
Oh, it was
SBA, that is gonna kill. So one more touch. Nice. And again, go for the frame trap. Now Maya pressure has pretty much an infinite amount of divergent paths it can take. So it's very hard to keep that in check, especially if you're playing a character like Cagliostro without the reliable reversal.
That is correct.
Just going again, not respecting it at all. Why would I have to respect traps when I can just do full screen command dash? Get into beautiful confirm. Yeah, solid 55-60%. And now she can get a throw game going. Whiffs the normal instead of hitting the close heavy. Again, just keeping Wavy in check. Trying to check him out if he has the knowledge checks. Catches him going out of that corner with the air throw. You're teleporting out of here, Cagliostro. Hold this corner.
Oh, so this is why you guys say that Narmaya is supposed to be on the higher side of the tier list? It's
top 5 or 6, baby. Top 5 or 6.
Top 5 or 6. I just want to know, I think Mr. Quotes and Oxkemi are probably somewhere in chat right now going like, nah, not supposed to work.
Just
like
cheap.
what? Yeah, that was absolutely cheap right now, but Team USA trying to get a little bit of momentum going over here right now, trying to see who it is we're going to call on. We have not seen Teiga, we haven't seen Rico, and we obviously haven't seen Diaphone over here. Jiggy Belt, what the?
I know, they're trying to throw us off with the names. It's the commentator mix-up.
Yeah.
I imagine it's Teiga though, right? Got the Lance.
Oh, okay, so yeah. So is Teiga the answer?
I mean, it could be. As far as the players go on the Northern American side, obviously no one's a slouch, but Teiga's definitely a player that I'm afraid of, as we only have one, well, maybe 2 now, actually, now that I think about it, but one notable Lancelot that takes part in HAB and affiliated tournaments. So our Lancelot experience is basically just Peter washing us when he turns up. So I'll be interested to see how Teiga fares, and if if there's going to be a player that can deal with it, it's going to be the French players. They have got the labbing sessions on the run. So I'm very interested to see if TryKeazer can deal with Teiga, and it's going to be time to find out.
Yeah, and Teiga's obviously played more than enough matches against Mr. Quotes Lucas Gaming, but right there gets clipped on the jump U.
Beautiful stuff, getting confirmed into the B stat 63. H. Good confirm. Getting himself out of that corner. Exactly what we want to see. Misses the confirm there, though. Now back to neutral. Gets use out of the EX ground flip. Interesting.
Yeah, good turbulence there by Teiga. Recognizing that Keezer definitely had anti-air alternatives right now. Tries to anti-air the flip. Not necessarily the wisest thing to do.
Especially not in full frame delay.
Oh, that one. Here's the thing. That was not an input mistake. That was an absolute intentional SBA because he was trying to exploit the fact that most Narmayas do go for frame traps after the EX slash. Doesn't get the Keezer doesn't get a punish on it, so Teiga basically just got away scot-free. Teiga looking
spacing from TryKeazer at the moment, not giving Teiga the opportunity to get himself out of the corner and drops the confirm, but we'll call it a reset. EX command dash into love.
Oh god, the scramble. Shoutouts to lag. Neo Cars goes shoutouts to lag. Ooh. Hey,
both of these characters with their close lights. I mean, honestly, we can shout out to lag all we want, but we saw a second ago that TryKeazer managed to get a Afro on reaction on a player in the delay. But going forwards, it looks like this is going to be a pretty big cash out. One more touch should do it. Gets the throw. But there we go. The Lancelot special escapes that corner with the EX teleport, and all of a sudden this game could be spun completely on its head.
Very good block on the Lancelot mix-up. Teiga goes for a shimmy, misses it. This is
lots of use of the grounded moonsault coming out from TryKeazer so far, taking full advantage of the delay where possible, and TryKeazer end up taking a stock from Teiga. Looking pretty solid so far.
Is Keezer gonna be the solution? Is he the answer?
I mean, honestly, he's been on an absolute tear for Europe at the moment, and his momentum will not stop building. And maybe this is just a continuation of that, but we're gonna have to see. I'm sure that someone's gonna catch him slipping.
So, quick question, Diaphone, regarding the rules. They don't have to deplete the entire stock. But like, for example, if we say that we want to get Bisu back in there, we can throw him in, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, just making sure. All right, but right now we're gonna have Rico go. We're gonna have Rico Tave going off against Keezer. Rico with Andre, the lame. We have
Let's go.
lame. All right. Let's
well, this was unexpected.
Here.
I mean, honestly, if it's a choice between watching Beelzebub and watching Andre, I'll take Andre every time.
Yeah, but I think I don't know who it was that said they didn't say in chat on Discord. I said that Narmaya Andre is probably like the one matchup in this game that Narmaya actually wins. So
well, that's some Narmaya downplaying going on in the chat. Not gonna lie.
Well, I think I have an idea of why it is. She might be one of the only characters that maybe with the EX run into EX slashes, she might be able, maybe not in the current condition, but she might be able to actually whiff punish the spear.
Rico Suave looking very solid so far. Is it going to get that 7 golden letters after the chip from EX Setsuna? Going again for the EX Moonsault as well. Bringing out all the gimmicks here, boys. The Narmaya gimmicks. Shout out, Skraz. Nice, good parry.
Yeah, so
and all of a sudden we're back to mid-screen, which is exactly where Una wants to be. Oh, never mind, there we go. Like you were saying.
Doesn't take advantage. He gets hit with the frame advantage, and there goes round 1 for Keezer. My god, Keezer just basically driving a train right now, and no one seems to be able to stop him.
Definitely running this momentum, and it would be a very underwhelming way for this tournament, this exhibition to go, if Keezer keeps up the current momentum that he's got going. Gets the hit with the EX Setsuna, using that knockdown to turn it into a throw game. And as we all know, Narmaya's throw game is very, very good. Has a very good run startup, good walk speed, and being one of the smaller characters in the game, her first box is deceptively large.
That is correct. Every time I get grabbed by Alkaskimi, I'm like, that's what's not supposed to reach.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to throw Vasaraga, my hands inside of his stomach. Nah, that's with him. Nice.
Rico basically trying to use it. Oh my god.
Nice, beautiful confirm.
Oh, that was nasty.
One more touch to do it, and again, Narmaya in throw range. This is not a situation you want to be in. Chip point is just around the corner.
Rico gonna basically just act. You have to act the lane right now. Embody the lane.
And there we go, getting the Setsuna. It's also worth mentioning that whilst the NA players, a lot of them are familiar with PS4 delay, so it can feel a little bit better. We're all used to PC at this point, so
Rico,
it's not like
Rico
we're getting
is exclusively a PC player.
Yeah, that's what I was bringing it up. So this should be like an even footing in terms of the weighted clothing feeling that we got going on with the delay.
Yeah, Diaphone. I think he might be going. Diaphone might be trying to go up.
Oh, let's go.
He's got to stop the bleeding.
Honestly, it's only a matter of time before it's only a matter of time before someone has to stop him. Surely, TryKeazer is great, but there is no lack of talent on the NA side either. Is Diaphone going to be the player to stop it there? Let's find out.
Oh god, I gotta listen to you guys' commentary the whole time. I don't know how to turn you guys off. Oh well, it'd be like that.
Hey, Dad, you just got
better hype me up.
You gotta hold it. You
Okay.
gotta get the coaching in full effect. Yo, Diaphone with delay 3 only. Sweet. This is exactly why this exhibition can work. This might be the only fair match that we've seen all the.
Nice. Good dash upset center.
Yeah.
Diaphone doing his best to be very patient at the moment. Gets kind of poked by the 2M there, being egregiously large in Maya's air stance.
He's right now basically.
Stance pressure. Beautiful Firelight to keep that in check.
Yeah, these are basically just abusing their Maya's 2M to try and just neutralize UL's far M as best as possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's a brilliant tool to cross things with. The hitbox extension on it is genuinely kind of egregious. And there we go. The classic. Maya 5 heavy. Buff it.
Very well timed spot dodge. However, I didn't see a punish on the screen. Some Diaphone might have just said, fuck it, this is not gonna work.
Nice. Beautiful backdash. What on earth? You don't see that very often in Granblue.
I mean, you do when you play people that used to be Street Fighter players. You see it all the time. Diaphone finally gets a combo going.
Nice. Space combo as well, so gets the full cash out. 50%, gets the double overhead, and all of a sudden, this is looking like it could be set all the way on its head. With the shimmy. DPs through the EX Foxfire, saying no plus frames, and back throws his ass back to the corner. Beautiful stuff for Savant, getting the delayed cancel into 246L, and then the 246H. One more touch will do it. Throw game included. Getting the confirm into EX slashes, gets the knockdown.
Oh no!
Oh wow.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's gonna be 5 into a spear, that should be dead.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Oh god.
Not getting the full animation either, so he would have retained the corner if that happened to not kill.
Guys, we gotta stop the bleeding.
We really do. I mean, I'm saying I'm all for TryKeazer taking you all out, but I also want to watch some good-ass Granblue, you know? This is going to be my nice break, getting to watch some NA players. I wanted to see the rep, but at the moment, TryKeazer running a train.
We gotta stop this, guys.
I believe in you, honestly. I'm rooting for you at this point. I want to see some more players. I want to see some more matchups.
Who could we send?
That's the question. I mean,
Bisu, who believes? Oh, everybody, it's like, who believes is the correct answer.
Yeah,
who
I asked the chat who believes.
who believes, and nobody is biting in this right now.
I mean, honestly, didn't Wavi end up taking a round? I think that might end up being the best bet.
Yeah, no, well, Wavy Wavi basically got the closest as anybody's gotten so far. So right now, I mean, if there's anybody that could do it at this point, it probably might be him. But I mean, we just gotta deal with the situation as it comes along. So it might be happening, might not be. Yeah.
An interesting development from this tournament so far, though. Obviously, TryKeazer. I've been saying this pretty much in every HAB recently, but he's been on the uprise for the best part of the past few months, and seeing his potential, his performance here is definitely helping to at least solidify that Maya is indeed not a bad character. As no matter how many of the Maya players tell you it, no matter how much people meme on the fact that we say she's top 5 or 6, can definitely compete at the top level.
Maya's trash. I don't know what you're saying.
Of course.
Look, we got Mr. Quotes, we got Mr. Oxkemi in the chat right now, and we all know that they are going to basically say she's trash. It doesn't matter. They play her because they like being able to say, "Oh, you forgot to press guard button, and we stole around because you suck." That's right.
Exactly.
It's all spacing and deception.
Maya's not good. I just play her because I like complex characters. Maya's not good. I just play her because I like waifus. I don't know, man. We're all catching on at this point. We all know what's really going on under the hood.
Yeah.
But let's see if the Percival is going to be able to take out TryKeazer.
Yeah, but I find it interesting because he got Wavy was the one who got the closest, and he decides to make a character switch. Maybe he just feels more comfortable in the matchup going like this.
What a whiff punish!
But yeah, Keazer basically saying right now this is not going to be the way.
Beautiful start to the round, but again, on the other high side, Wavi is taking a good lead at this in terms of health. standing back, getting those stocks, using the fireballs, which again, whilst all of the fireballs were nerfed for the Shodos, we still got one of the better ones. Yeah,
Very good
stuff.
confirm.
And that's going to be it. Speaking of beautiful confirms. First round going over to Wavi, and again, it does look like this could be the Achilles heel for TryKeazer.
Yeah, it might be. It might be the English. It has to be the power of the English dub, man.
Sure. I mean, we're not used to it over in Europe.
Yet another beautiful far heavy into EX slashes by TryKeazer right there.
I will say that France and Europe specifically, Europe and France specifically does have a phenomenal Percival player in the shape of Myth, who I know that TryKeazer practices against. So that could be where he's getting a little bit of the matchup experience to be able to react to those with the wife punishers, being ready for exactly what he has to do in these situations. The momentum is a little bit in Narmaya's favor at this point, but we saw last round just how explosive Percival can be. Getting the universal overhead counter hit is going to be a good start.
Yeah, well, getting there. Yeah, it was a good start, but then he decided to do the full chain combo instead. But there we go.
Battering.
That's
The
right.
bleeding stopped.
I take back my comment about you messing up the combo after the universal overhead. Thank you for redeeming yourself. And we're up. We're back on the board, baby. We're back on the board. We're still two down. We're still 2 down.
Guys, I was worried, but as true as Mr. Quotes will say, Narmaya's back to bottom 3. Whew. I was worried, guys.
Bottom 3
Just like
time.
that. Bottom 3.
Buffer far
bottom
heavy
3 characters.
this time.
4-frame counter overhit confirmed. So who's far medium?
Far medium is more than likely going to be Stimaro, I'd have to imagine. But no, that's a hard one. All of our characters have
I feel
really
like you
super
gotta
far
be
medium. It's
Miri.
gotta
I
be
mean,
Miri, yeah.
the Yule player, right?
It's got to be Miri, 100%. If it's Miri, if it's not Miri at this point, I'll be shocked. I was thinking about it for a second. I'm like, Zeta has a nutty far aim. But then again, so does every character on that list. There it is. UL, far medium, the character. Let's see what how Miri holds his own.
Zeta's far medium is good. It's like, if you compare it to all the other characters in the game, it's not really that good.
I mean, it's pretty good. Let's be honest.
Very good far medium mash on both sides right there.
Nah, getting the frame trap with the 236 hits, getting the full confirm. And now going for the stance. Goes for meaty 2M there. But Wavi finds his way out of that corner with the DP. Beautiful stuff so far. Takes the throw. Now just being very patient, waiting for his turn, but it doesn't end up happening. His 2M getting whip punished by Miri's own 2M. I go for the whiffs, the meaty universal overhead setup. But gets the double overhead over the fireball. A beautiful start for Miri.
That's one thing I don't necessarily like about characters right now. There's a lot of characters with the characters that get the jump in 2-hit buttons. They basically can punish things that other characters can't because they extend the amount of hit stun that they're in.
Yeah, higher heights.
Exactly. So, like, as a Zeta player, I hate those characters because they can just always punch beam.
I mean, it's honestly a little bit funny that Laser is basically a small footnote in Zeta's neutral game at this point. There are just much better low-risk options that you can go for, but it's just a small buff to the recovery would make a huge amount of difference for Zeta. But honestly, Europe probably can vouch. We don't want any more Zeta buffs. We're happy with the character. Zeta top 3, baby.
Wavy decided to go for a run up 5U there. That was very questionable. This is one of those characters that you don't necessarily try and throw too often because in between jumping and the back hop, Yule has just like way too many options to be able to to deal with grabs. And it's just kind of like, oh. But right now, I mean, we're not necessarily getting washed, but it doesn't necessarily.
It's not looking like a 15-9. But I have faith that it's still going to be somewhere close to a very even set as all of this pans out.
Diaphone loading himself up, and he's like, "Oh no,
mirror."
Is he breaking out Zoe?" He's like, "No, he can't. We can't. We have to. It has to be serious." So. Let's see. Is the US being introduced to the gatekeeper? Apparently right now the gatekeeper has been TryKeazer at this moment, but Miri holding his own quite well at this time.
Beautiful to see so much character diversity coming out from all of the players in this tournament so far, but
No, Diaphone with the Diaphone with the forbidden turn sport.
You know what? It's a forbidden connection, so we might as well have the forbidden weapon as well. Beautiful pressure so far. Miri being very patient.
Diaphone was going for anti-mash tech right there.
RPS is turned back. I'm not sure why he didn't keep the pressure going. Diaphone did not have access to any reversals at that time. Good anti-air confirm, and now one more touch should do it. No access to Dragon Meter, gets the throw. All of a sudden, one throw away from ending this round. And again, now Miri has to be a little bit more scared of the reversal, but instead, Diaphone landing the 63H, ends out the round with the dive kick.
But we're gonna try and run the Zoe train through everybody at this point. We're gonna see how many of those EX helicopters he gets away with.
I mean, honestly, I think Zoe could be the secret here.
Right now, Diaphone confirmed OD. Oh no!
Gets it.
Medium
That's gonna
super.
be the round.
7 golden letters for Diaphone right now, and he says like, no. He was ragging on the Discord. It's like, no, I kind of want to go at it right now. This is exactly why. Everybody was too distracted by the Vern shield, man. Just gotta kind of hold it.
Beautiful stuff so far. TryKeazer doing a phenomenal job at getting momentum for the European squad going, but Diaphone and Wavi have seen to an end to it.
Diaphone activating his final form, basically
saying, the Zoe.
No, it's not just the Zoe. It's the Zoe with the cursed weapon, man.
That is true. I think you have to really take into account the fact that the Vern weapon adds at least, a 5% win differential in that matchup. It's very important to recognize that.
Absolutely, and it also adds 5 frames of lag on the other side that you do not feel, because you have to basically hold every single time that you block something. That character is smiling at your face.
Yeah, you're just looking at the shield. You get distracted every time. Samaro rocking in with the Anre avatar. I doubt we're going to be seeing Anre though. But let's see if he's rocking his Zeta.
Rico, get off me!
One of his old school champion characters. I would love to see like a throwback and all of a sudden see this Samaro Soris or a Samaro Cagliostro, but if there's anyone that he's going to be able to get away with that against, it's not going to be Diaphone. Diaphone, he's done the time. He's put out the guides. He knows what those characters are all about.
Yeah. Also, if Samaro actually decides to play Zega, it's not like Diaphone isn't experienced in this matchup.
Oh yeah.
He's played my Zega way too many times already.
I have full faith in Samaro, our sole Swedish representative, but Sweden, again, a phenomenal region within the European scene. They've done a lot of great work. Shout outs Godflash, shout outs Samaro.
What is Rico trying to do?
Getting it all up inside of you, man. Just trying to get a good view. As we go into the next match, which is going to be Zoe up against Zeta. Samaro has a veritable slew of characters that he can end up playing in the same light as Diaphone, but he does end up sticking out with this new Zeta.
Diaphone, we just played this the other day, no pressure.
I want to see if Samaro gets the fuzzy. If he gets a fuzzy, he's done his job.
4 frame fuzzy.
Yeah, right? Bit cursed. But you know what? I know he's been in the training mode. I know he's been operating under those weighted clothing. Trying to get ready for this. And I want to see it. Just one time. One time for the boys. Beautiful pressure coming out from Diaphone so far, though. Opening him up, taking him all the way to the corner. Gets the knockdown. What's the mix? Universal overhead. Gonna be a little bit too scared to end it, but one more mix. Gets the throw and confirms with the Dragon Laser. Diaphone looking like he's taking momentum back.
The Zoe pick, people were not ready. Is this a popular character, or anybody play Zoe over there in Europe?
We have a few, but not that many that are actively competing. Some of Europe's finest players outside of Granblue were Zoe players. But at the moment, we don't have that many sticking with the character. Ken Deep, Leffen, Ify, all of these players are not currently that active. We have players like Sumpang and LKF, though, who are still repping the character. But yeah, she's one of our lesser represented characters for sure.
Does not commit. That could have swung the match, but he does not decide to commit to the EX spear, which could have been something that swung the match in his favor. But I mean, sometimes that's what you get. Very good SBA confirmed there by Diaphone.
Oh, just whiffed slightly. Unfortunate, the spacing not quite right. But again, he's just shouting out that dragon, making sure it's enough for One or
he
two
has a
attempts to stuff out this laser.
Yeah, he has a commanding rifle. He though gets the dragon back.
Obviously, with Zeta, it's only a case of getting the one touch, turning it into Oki, but Diaphone says no. I've got the dragon meter. I'm going to spend it. Use the light dragon.
Diaphone knew that he was going to get judged so hard if he would have dropped anything in that match right there.
Svampin in the chat, buff Zeta.
Yeah,
You know it,
man.
Svampin, you know it. This is kind of downplaying this gotten Zeta to the state where she is today, and we need
No,
more
actually,
Zeta.
no. I was actually very surprised that you mentioned earlier that for most people who hold on, I apologize. Most people that play, or at least in Europe, you said that they think that Zeta Beam or the laser is more like an afterthought. I could actually
I
not
don't believe it's an
disagree with
afterthought. I'm not saying that everyone believes it's an afterthought. I'm just saying that when I think of Zeta personally, I think of her commanding, her really strong neutral commanding tools being stuff like a 2M, especially in a meta where we're not seeing all that much use of fireballs in general. I definitely believe that her stronger tools in neutral come down to the ability to alter her air momentum with jump spear and stuff like 2M with really lovely hit confirms into stuff like EX spear. Having anti-air confirms that, work on counter hit or non-counter hit. Those are the things that I think, really stand out to me when I think of Zeta. I'm not saying that the entirety of Europe feels that way, because obviously can't speak for everyone.
Yeah,
but
no, because as a Zeta player, I personally think that Beam is probably one of her best moves. I think her entire toolkit.
That's the thing.
Her entire toolkit is busted. Period.
Hard to pick a bad move for Zeta. I mean, at the end of the day, the thing that I think is the most egregious about this character is you get a knockdown mid-screen. Let's say just a 2U. You go for the pogo, and you have corner carried them on block in a true block string, like 3/4 of the screen. Vegeta used to have that vibe. It's not quite the same for Vegeta anymore. But speaking of, we are going to be sending in Nivea. Will he be able to save us from the current momentum that Diaphone's building up?
I think Diaphone is going to run this train for at least.
We'll see. Obviously, he's already lost a life, I believe.
Yes.
So if we do manage to take one out here, we only have to deal with the momentum being stolen away from us one more time before Diaphone is out. But similarly, Nivea has already lost a life himself. So who's going to be going down to 1? Nice, gets the EX fireball. Takes him all the way to the corner. Missed the anti-air though, being a little bit too early. Nice patience from Diaphone, not figuring out a button.
You also have to take into account that you can't anti-air Zoe all the time because she's going to hit you with EX Thunderbolt from the air, and you just kind of have to hold it.
Another character with a brilliant way to alter that air momentum. Nice, gets the pressure going. Nivea being very patient, just holding down back and back for a lot of this round so far, waiting for his moments to get in though, as we've seen using the X Fireball earlier. Walks backwards again, getting out of that throw range. But, okay. Unexpected interaction there.
No, that was absolutely intentional on both sides, because Diaphone likes to use the EX helicopter in order to be able to basically go around the fireball and get a free combo, and obviously
he tried it. He tried the Nivea special, but it is not going to be happening today. Diaphone on the completely ready, mashing 2for6U. There is no reason not to, and he ends up taking the round. Beautiful stuff again. I love the fact that both of these players.
Diaphone is Lord Option Select, guys. You do not want to try him.
Nivea catches people slipping with that in Europe every now and then, but not going to work on Diaphone. Both of these players have experience against each other, though, is an interesting footnote. As obviously, Nivea has headed over to the American lobbies at times, and Diaphone paid it back in kind a few weeks ago in the European lobby. So both these players actually have experience against each other, and what a beautiful confirm
what a
from
beautiful,
Diaphone.
what a ridiculous convert! Diaphone stops the bleeding again.
He's keeping it going. Nivea down to 1 life, and is Europe going to be able to stop this, or are we actually going to see the 10, 15-9 that you were talking about?
Je suis Diaphone, monsieur.
I can't join in with the multilingual flex. Feels bad, man.
Je suis.
Beautiful stuff, and that's actually, unironically, the first time in a tournament/exhibition that I've seen the reset on the SBA work against Nivea. He's usually had pretty good success rate with it, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm glad I finally had the pleasure of watching someone put an end to that. But Mr. Pow will be our next contender going up against Diaphone on that Zoe. And I feel like there's a good chance. I'm number one Mr. Pow for Shill, so I'm hoping we can get some momentum stolen back from Diaphone at this point.
Seiji, I'm sorry, my Russian has been degrading a little bit, so maybe if you were playing, I would probably bust some Russian out, but not at this point. The only thing I can probably do right now, with the crowd that we have, would probably be a little bit of French, but that's about it. But yeah, no, Diaphone has probably played this Matera match like way too many times, but we are back to being tied. It's like how many losses can we take? I said 15-9, so we can only lose 4 more times. Okay, so prediction is
honestly though, it's looking like you might end up being a little bit more accurate than I'd hoped for. Unless someone could stop this Diaphone momentum nice and quick. He's tied up, I believe, with the amount of wins that we saw earlier.
He is basically tied Keezer in both the win and loss column. So hopefully, if he can keep this going, so my question is Team Europe going to hold Keezer as an anchor for the last 2 slots? Are they gonna go like full? Are they gonna fully buy into him being able to beat everybody?
I mean, honestly, at this point, it's looking like we might end up having to go with that angle, but if there's only going to be anyone that can put a stop to the momentum of the iPhone, it's going to be Mr. Pow. Obviously, Matera being a character that can play relatively unconventionally compared to the rest of the cast, having access to a strong fireball, and that can give Zoe some struggles, especially when she's lacking Dragon Meter. So I'd be really interested in seeing how this one ends up panning out. Zoe obviously having phenomenal tools in neutral to be able to keep this Matera in check. Spot dodging, charging up that Dragon Meter, exactly what I want to see.
Yeah, but just
EX
like
Lightning.
Just like that. EX Lightning is so good because any character that has... it's not necessarily a full-blown air control, but it is an air knockdown. Very good. Wow, very good.
Tries to go for that Rising JL. Tried to go for the fuzzy. Probably read it in chat a second ago, but it has resulted in his turn being ended prematurely. Getting the empty low from that Zephyr, Mr. Pow is going to start off his offense. Has access to the butterfly, is going to get it set up. No hit confirm on the counter hit 2M, but this looks like it isn't going to end up mattering. Double butterfly confirm into the 2-3-6 hit. It's going to end out this round. All right, it looks like the momentum could be seeing an end to it.
So, Mr. Pow, the X Factor going on right now. Basically, has one job.
Oh,
very good
lightning
move.
Again.
Understand. Very good recognition over there by Mr. Powell that he did not go into the auto combo, and obviously Zoe's far medium is not one of the her close medium is not one of the close mediums that leaves you on 0 in this game, as far as I know. Very good spacing by Diaphone. Oh my God!
Gets the counter hit. Oh no!
Heavy into SBA. Yes.
Catches the terror going for that 6-frame Abare, and all of a sudden it looks like he's going to be blown up. The SBA, incredibly scaled, does not end up finishing him off, but gets the throw. Beautiful setup from Diaphone, and now it's 1-1. Anyone can end up taking this match.
First weapon. I still can't get over it. Very good use of the EX. Like,
honestly, Diaphone's control of neutral so far has been phenomenal. Between his use of Air Lightning and his use of Dive Kick now, he's managed to get himself in on Mr. Pow relatively quickly. It's after that he's struggling to keep Mr. Pow in that corner. Matera special, escaping it and then taking pressure into her own hands. Good pro tech.
Very good recognition on the one-hit jump medium there from Diaphone.
Yeah, I guess the anti-air this time. Is it going to be able to take him to the... Yeah, there we go. Is it going to be able to get him to the corner for that butterfly? But sets up EX butterflies this time. And good blocks coming out from Diaphone so far. The butterfly literally timed out the moment that he hit that universal overhead. So no confirm for him, and it is anyone's game with reverse.
Oh, very good call out on a jump right there.
Butterfly was a little bit too close. Ends up taking the throw. Isn't it chip point? But I'm sure it's going to be Chief Among what Mr. Pow was looking for, but Diaphone recognizing it, but ends up messing up the confirm into SSBA, and Mr. Pow will take the match.
Did not confirm, did not go into auto combo. SSBA's way too
that works
slow.
with like almost every other character, but not Zoe. Rip.
All right, well, sad times for the NA folk, but I'll take it. However we can get Diaphone out, you know, stock down, I will take it.
Diaphone, you just made me sad right now.
I made my soul sad. It's okay. Nah, good games, guys. See, like the difference between, see, a lot of people think it was my Yule that wasn't putting in work. It's because I didn't listen to you guys during commentary. That's why I did a little bit better, I think. No, in all seriousness. Cool.
No, there was very good recognition on Mr. Powell's behalf right there on Diaphone's use of the ELX helicopter. He basically baited out.
Yeah, that was good.
He baited out just to be able to get an anti-air combo of it. And Matera being able to get a very nice convert off that mid-screen. Since it is, Matera doesn't really get anti-air combos with on normal hit, but on off counter hit, mid-screen, she gets a pretty decent chunk, and obviously he got all that wall carry plus the safe jump setup afterward, which was kind of ridiculous.
Honestly, though, it was looking like that could have, you know, his universal overhead was like 1 frame away from the butterfly being procced and that round being over. So when I saw Diaphone land that close light, was about to go into the auto combo and get into the SSBA, but then it gets blocked. That was an emotional roller coaster for me.
Yeah, no, the moment I saw it hit, I'm like, yes, 2 hits at the SSBA, and then I just went like, oh, shit.
Yeah, not for Zoe. Not for Zoe, by the way.
La merde. La merde.
All right, Teiga coming back in. Let's see if it's the Lancelot or the Percival. It is going to be the Lancelot up against Mr. Powell's Matera. Let's see what
he might feel more comfortable in this matchup with Percival.
Oh no, go back. I'm not. I'm not spectating.
Oh, unlucky.
Whoa. Do not play, guys.
Yeah, go back.
I doubt they're able to hear. But we can let them know after the fact, one way or the other. You'll be put into the next round if you're hopping onto the spectator now, or you can ask them to redo the match. It's up to you.
That actually works? Okay, I'll just do that.
Yeah. You can start spectating now and then press the A button again, or whatever the equivalent is on your control scheme. And then it'll put you in on the next round.
Okay, I'll delete this right now then. Oh, Teiga.
But either way, you're pretty much missing, yeah. Teiga watching Mr. Powell.
You gotta give us the play-by-play, guys.
I mean, Mr. Powell was dead. That's the play-by-play.
Yeah, round by. So if you wanted to play-by-play, Mr. Powell with the far end clips Teiga's a sweep attempt over there, trying to get some spacing.
With an absolutely insane farm medium. Matera. The only one I'd ever want to get hit by, though. Oh, beautiful anti-air from Teiga. Nice.
Oh, yeah, that was really nice.
Full confirm as well.
iPhone's like, yeah, that was really nice. I can't see it. Sorry. Very good combo conversion there by Mr. Powell, though. In the corner loops, tries to go.
One more touch is going to do it. Goes for the reset. I love that combo. Beautiful. Gets the 2U. All the way to the corner. Is Matera going to be able to escape? This does have access to the SBA. Very cool. Whoa, air unblockable. Beautiful.
Yes, but does not capitalize on it.
Honestly, I haven't seen that before, but that was absolutely phenomenal from Teiga. It's going to need one more touch to close this out. Goes for the forward roll, understanding the situation. Good knowledge on Mr. Powell's part, and is going to be confirmed into the SSBA, tying it up.
No, Teiga Y. Oh.
Teiga Y is absolutely correct.
I didn't see it, but he threw it. Oh wait, I thought I was going to get it.
Yeah, ends up dropping it.
Gets another air unblockable set up mid-screen right there. Teiga has been hesitant on trying to use turbulence offensively versus this Matera right now.
Nice. Stuffs out his button with the Farlight and then uses effort to swap sides. Going back into mid-screen, Teiga catching the Matera.
He needs to make sure the Matera... Why does he go for the grab? We all knew Matera was going to try and jump away from the corner.
The classic farm medium gets to confirm. Butterfly, you know, exploding a little bit too early for anything more major. But a solid life lead in Mr. Powell's favor. Knowing Lancelot, this can turn around at any given moment, but Mr. Powell being very on his toes, constantly going for the jumps and the Zephyrs. Keeping Teiga thinking, but good reset off that record.
Good confirmed by close heavy into SBA, and that's done. That's done.
Okay.
Teiga put us from the US back on the tie end of the board.
It was close. Mr. Powell almost had him. Good showing, good showing.
Yeah, delay-based commentary. We apologize, guys.
So let's go Teiga. It's actually pretty funny because Teiga hit I restarted the replay, right? So it went from the first round. And when you said that Teiga got stand heavy in the SBA, Teiga also hit stand heavy in the SBA in the first round. It's perfect timing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Teiga won that, correct?
Yeah, Teiga won that. So we are back up to being absolutely tied in this. I am under the impression that most of the people in Europe don't necessarily want to play Teiga because of what Benji said earlier. And we are going to get Yuo. We're going to get Miri?
Miri, yeah. Miri being one of the players that has more experience against Peter, I believe. So that could be the reason for throwing Miri into this one regardless. We're going from one character with a nice farm medium to another character with a nice farm medium.
I personally thought they would just put TryKeazer again just because of the ease and how TryKeazer handled
before though. I think you're right when you said that they were going to save him for an anchor. That at the very least appears to be the angle that they're going for. So I'll be interested to see if they end up bringing him in if Miri happens to lose this one. Regardless, we do not have enough lives at this point to be letting Teiga and Diaphone run a train on us like this.
Well, Diaphone only has one more life to try and be able to run this train. Teiga has to make the max out of this opportunity that he has right now. He has played PME Zero quite many great deal of times, but PME probably one of the more unconventional Yuos around. He gambles on the back hop and on DP very often. Very good sweep there by Teiga with Flashing.
Second one of the tournament so far. Beautiful stuff from Teiga. Going for the throw. Not respecting the slight minus frames. And honestly, we haven't seen Miri go for many reversals in those situations yet, so I'll be interested to see the adaptations coming in shortly. Good start from Teiga so far. Universal overhead on defense. Trying to call out that throw from Teiga. Would have been a juicy reward, but regardless, both players keeping it very neat at the moment.
Very good choice by Miri in running underneath the turbulence. Yeah, so running underneath the turbulence is probably the absolute safest option because you get to punish every single one of Lancelot's options. It's just that once you're cornering Lance, it becomes increasingly hard and you just have to deal with it. Teiga gets the... Did it kill though? Because he went into full auto combo?
No, just a pixel off what's there. Unfortunate, but he's at chip point now.
Teiga, why do you always do that?
I'll take it. Nice gamble, but keeps him in check with that 2L.
He's kind of known to do that by this point in time.
Maybe seeing if you can get away with it against the European players, as we don't have as much basket versus players like Teiga. Oh, nice. Good recognition of the spacing on the wall playing there. Ends up stealing the corner back, but we'll call it a reset. All the way back to mid-screen now. What are they going to do? Good health lead in favor of Miri, using the dive kick, keeping it going. And again, second time in a row, alternating that momentum, stopping Teiga from getting the anti-airs that we saw in the first series.
Yuo is one of those Yuo's air control, while not necessarily like high in damage, it is so easy to use and it is so deceptive in terms of timing.
I mean, the one issue with it is obviously that pretty much everything aside from jumping light will not convert on counter hit. But she has more than enough things to make up for the strength, for that slight weakness. Beautiful use of Yu again. Both players going for, dice rolling situations after they slight plus or minus frames.
Gorilla Blade does not work out.
Oh, yes. One conversion. That's dead, surely.
That's absolutely dead.
Lancelot does no damage, but in inverted commas, but Teiga looks like he is indeed going to be keeping some momentum going for the NA side. And now the question becomes, do we see TryKeazer coming back?
One of my favorite Tekken streamers. Her name is Michael Cat. Her YouTube, her Twitch startup message is, if it bleeds, we can kill it. And Europe is officially bleeding 8-7 right now in favor of the East Coast, in favor of North America. Guys, we got this. Teiga, stay on deck, stay on point. We're gonna get this right now. We still have time. We're still in line for my 15-9 prediction. So we shall see. Are we gonna see another TryKeazer appearance? I get the feeling that that's what's gonna be like. Or the other thing, I think it's gonna be tomorrow.
Honestly, yeah, I could see it. I feel like all of the players have a relative chance of being thrown in here. If I was going to be a safe bet, I'd say it'd be TryKeazer, trying to maintain our lives and cut the momentum where we can. However, there's a good chance that they do, like we said before.
Is that Keazer? Yeah, that is Keazer.
Yeah, that is going to be Keazer. Beautiful to see. All of the EU players sitting in a voice channel right now, so they're discussing it behind closed doors. I don't get any insight on the hidden logs like I do with the NA players. But it does look like we're going to be having Keazer going up against Teiga.
It is, it is not character locked unless you win. It's basically winner stays. And just like in the arcade, in good old arcade days, if you stay, you can't really change your character unless the game is kind of stupid like that.
Yeah, just no losers. Basically, it's only loser switch, which makes sense.
Yes. Although Tekken 5, you could win, and as long as you weren't using your IC card in the cabinet, you could still change characters. I remember, that was so dumb. Me being able to counterpick absolutely everybody.
All right, well, like you said earlier, you're on track at the moment to get your 19-5 prediction. It's going to be a little bit rough for that to happen, because Teiga is going to have to not drop a single game, but TryKeazer, being one of the players that took him out earlier, let's see if he can do it again. But he is going to have to get some momentum going for Europe if we want to stand any chance of getting my 11-15 prediction as well.
Oh, well, we got throw loops.
Nice, takes his turn back. Gets the universal lubricate counter hit in a very unexpected spot. Lots of flailing coming out from TryKeazer at the moment. Teiga being nice and patient. Holding back and down back.
So this is the part about Narmaya that Mr. Quotes used to say that there's a lot of deception going around the character. You kind of have to play around using her low slash, her low running slash, and use that to try and make people try and... You use it to bait people into pressing a button and thinking it's safe when it isn't.
Yeah, for sure. Universal overhead gets blocked. Both players being very respectful, taking the facing back. Good block coming out from TryKeazer, getting the frame trap into 2U. But that's going to be it. Teiga, no mind, slight pixel left. Getting the delayed 2L though is going to mean that Teiga does indeed take the first round.
Teiga almost made me scream at him for not doing SBA. My God.
Ooh, 2U whiffing a little bit early. Getting the frame trap from the plus frames on the EX Moonsault, and that is not what you want to see. Trying to air throw the EX Teleport from Lancelot, but it gets completely smoked. And now it's Lancelot's offense turn. Back throws him into the corner and catches the EX Teleport this time. That was probably what he was going for last time. Yeah. That's going to be nearly dead, if not dead.
No, that should be dead, I believe. Is it? It should be.
It's going to be close. No, I thought so. It's going to be a pixel.
If I were Teiga, I would have just SSBA'd out of the wall. Because I don't think... because I don't think he had access.
Yeah, no, for sure. Get himself out of there.
Yeah.
Being in the corner against the Narmaya near chip point is definitely not where you want to be.
Very good.
I believe in TryKeazer though. I'm going to let my bias show through at this point. Beautiful pressure so far. And again, like you said earlier, swinging at the button, but Lancelot, as opposed to the other characters that we were seeing earlier, doesn't have the best way to punish that. Obviously, his only reversal option in that situation being EX Teleport.
Very good challenge with a 2M and the Wreckers over there.
Nice, good anti-air.
Right now, Teiga hasn't realized a very good call out on the very good fuzzy match by Teiga. Not somebody who's known to use that.
Blade Wrecker, nice. TryKeazer getting opened up. One touch on either side. Should end up doing it. Uses the forward throw on the EX Fireball.
Oh, no.
It's going to be into SSBA, but this is going to be close again.
No, this is dead.
This is going to kill. Yeah, that's dead. This is 100% dead. Most of the damage on that super is front-loaded, but regardless, TryKeazer looks like he is going to be the savior of Europe, pardon. Taking back a match from Teiga, ending the momentum of the East Coast, and evening the score up to 8-8, I believe. Oh, no, is it going to end up being 7-7?
C'est incompétent. C'est la mer. Fuck. Damn.
And the reason why those supers are going to end up hurting so much, as someone in the chat is saying, is basically just because Narmaya has so many different specials that she can cycle. It means that she barely ever has to opt out of anything other than single hit, like close heavy, far heavy. And as a result of that, her scaling on supers is basically less impacted than other characters in, like, for example, Zeta will often do 2-hit auto combo in some of her combos, so Narmaya gets to avoid that by having 6 special options.
Team USA right now is conferring on who it is that we're gonna send. We're dead even at 7 apiece, guys. We gotta get something going, and we're gonna send
It's
Rico.
looking like like I said at the beginning, both teams are absolutely stacked with a ton of talent, so I doubted that it was going to be a wash one way or the other. However, this is looking a little bit closer than I think anyone could have expected. 7-7, halfway through the tournament, and things are tied up. Let's see who is going to be able to take the momentum going forwards. If TryKeazer loses out here, Europe Savior is going to be down to 1 life.
Yeah, right now I get Mr. Quote saying that Rico hates this matchup, but so if he hates it, I don't know why he went with the Bubs instead of Belial.
Looks like they're having maybe a bit of a connection issue.
Oh, so there was some confusion on who was gonna go.
Oh my!
Oh, right.
Yeah, and so I was like, Isu thought he was gonna go, and Rico thought I told him to go, and so there was confusion. And I think Rico and TryKeazer's connection's pretty bad too for some reason.
Yeah, it seems like that might be the case.
So yeah, we should.
And obviously, where we can avoid it, we should. So
yeah.
So let Bisu go.
Are we gonna send Bisu?
I will say I had probably the worst connection.
Hey, Admiral
like,
Dumbass is
everyone.
playing what? You have a friend called Admiral Dumbass playing some Thunder game. That's amazing. That's a beautiful name. But right now, what I personally think is I think Bisu should be the one that's playing right now, because I don't necessarily feel that Narmaya is going to be able to handle. If Bisu decides not to commit to how often he jumps, because he is probably one of the jumpiest Belials that you'll play. He has very good use of the air control. He has good reads depending on when people think are going to anti-air him. But if he decides to stick to a ground game based on Fireball more than anything, I personally think that he might be able to sneak one here on Keazer.
All right, well, it's going to be... We haven't seen Bisu play since the very first match, right? So it's going to be interesting to see, you know, if he's warming up in the back scene, or if he's going to be, you know, because he's got to stop basically the very warm TryKeazer, who's taken a total of, is it 4 or 5 wins so far? I believe 4, right?
There we go, Bisu. That's all. That is the way. That is the way. No, not that way. That way.
Oh no, he gets the knockdown with the 263H. Just as you were saying, Lyle really wants to approach this matchup with Viables where he can. Namaya has a bit of an issue dealing with them, having to commit to one of the more risky options in Setsuna, similar to Zeta, obviously not wanting to use that as an anti-fireball all too often, as Super Jump can clean smoke it. Empty Commander, interesting.
Misinput, not gonna lie. Yeah. So basically right now, all I'm seeing is Keazer is very good at spotting when it is that somebody is not canceling stuff from auto combo and just using their Maida's extended auto combo range with a free flutter stance to be able to hit him whenever it is that he does it. So right now, Keazer is running train. Bisu just like the first time.
I mean, it takes a lot of awareness on the part of Namaya, probably more than most characters in the game, to do optimal pressure. But at the same time, it means that players who are defending against her have a lot to worry about as well.
So Keazer's going to jump in 3 seconds.
I believe. Doesn't end up going for it, using the Setsuna instead to counter these fireballs. Beautiful stuff so far. Both players being relatively patient, not wanting to stick anything too risky out, as obviously both of them are relatively low life. Converting into the SBA, they should be dead. Even with a full auto combo, that is enough. TryKeazer will be continuing his rampage at this point. It's going to be 6 wins in total, I believe.
Yeah, everybody here is basically just trying to stop the bleeding from Keazer. My question is, who stopped it on our end last time? Was it Wavy?
Yeah, I believe that it was Wavy. Yeah.
So can we do like a stock check right now? I know Diaphone has one now. Yeah, Diaphone and Teiga both have 1 life. I think Wavy has 1 life. Bisu has 1 life. Who is the NA player with 2 lives at this point? I believe it is Bisu. It is Rico. Yeah, Rico Suave is the only one who has 2 lives. I think we need to update this, because as far as I know, Teiga's been knocked out twice already. So has Bisu. So Rico is the one guy with 2 lives right now. Yes, Shadow Claw Zero, Rico Suave, the Street Fighter player. He has been playing Granblue, but strictly only on PC.
On the European side, by the way, obviously we've had TryKeazer only losing 1 life. Navia has lost 2.
Yes.
Mr. Power has lost 2, and then I believe Miri might have also lost 2.
Yes, and Stimaro, Stimaro has lost a life because he did lose to Diaphone's Zoe.
Yeah, I believe he still has 2 left, and then everyone else, other than TryKeazer, is down to their final life.
Yeah, so right now we're at 7-6, correct? Yeah, well, you want to try and do a connection? Okay, yeah. So we're gonna run
a couple of connection tests, make sure things are gonna run smoothly going forwards. As NA decides who they want to send up against TryKeazer, pardon. Trying to stop this bleeding. They want to have the best chance possible. So we're gonna be checking things out to make sure the matches can run as smoothly as possible.
Yeah, we apologize for this brief intermission, guys, but we want to try and get this. Even though it's an exhibition, we want to try and give you guys the highest level of play possible.
Ooh, never mind. Looking over at the stream, I like the little overlay we've got going on at the moment on the graphic with all of the crosses for people's lives.
Yeah.
I put a lot of work into that, thank you. But yeah, guys, so we're still just trying to decide who's going to go. We think it's going to be Wavy going up next. Wavy did take out TryKeazer last time with Percival, so we're hoping to repeat that success, and we'll see how it goes.
If he doesn't, that pretty much secures the first elimination, right?
Yeah, so whoever...
Yes.
Yeah, if Keazer loses, he still has 1 life. If Wavy loses, then he is officially the first eliminated player over here.
Alright, looks like they are going to be going with Wavy on this Percival, which was the character to put an end to the momentum that TryKeazer had with his first bout. So it should be interesting to see if they were going to have a repeat of last time, or if TryKeazer is going to keep this momentum going. Obviously, the match was relatively close last time, I believe, and it looks like there might be a little bit of a connection issue on this side as well. Maybe there's some spicy on Keazer's side. Oh, maybe, yeah. Can't always rule out Granblue and Steam servers, as they have definitely been the source of some issues in the past.
Damn, it'd be like that. Woof!
Maybe the only thing that's going to be able to stop TryKeazer's momentum at this point is the
his internet connection. Yeah, I called up TryKeazer's ISP. I told him I didn't need to call him a favor, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it looks like TryKeazer's having connection issues to a lot of our players for some reason, which is really weird because I've played TryKeazer before and it's been 4 frames.
Yeah, Keazer definitely kicking the router right now.
I mean, even if he isn't kicking the router to cause lag, he's going to be kicking the router to try and sort it out. As multiple unstable connections is not the wave that we're going to want to be running with. We have Navia connection testing against Rico Suave at the moment to make sure that it isn't on Rico's side. And then we'll probably be better off trying maybe Diaphone if you want to run a quick connection test with TryKeazer yourself to see it.
Seiji saying North America sabotaging TryKeazer internet connection. I loaded up my
Thank you guys. You guys coming in clutch with the DDoS.
Exactly.
Appreciate it, guys.
We got the nuke going on. So we're gonna Diaphone. You're gonna go ahead and take over.
I'm just gonna connection test. See how it is.
All right. So yeah, this is okay. All right, got it.
But yeah, guys. If everyone in the US can turn on their torrents right when we play, just to give me that power boost. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can kind of see our connections going from 3. You guys might not be able to see on Coliseum, but 3, actually pretty stable 3 right now.
Looking like it might just be some routing issues.
5. Yeah.
Definitely none of the 7 or 8 frames that we've been hearing about in the other connections.
Does remaking the room actually do anything?
It does sometimes, especially when there are too many people in the lobby. I know that Granblue and XR lobbies, just general Arxis lobbies, they kind of hate spectators.
Yeah, everybody turn on Audio Galaxy, Kazaa, Morpheus.
Yeah, turn your Kazaas on, boys.
Like, in the past, for sure, we've had some connection issues solved by restarting the lobby, so it's worth a shot.
Having too many people in the lobby adds delay. Yeah, we could try it.
Yeah, it does.
Interesting. Okay.
At least historically in Arc System Works lobbies, we've had some research put into it on the Granblue side of things, and it looks like the issues are consistent as well. Basically, the more people in the lobby and the more spectators in the room can add desync and more delay for players. It's just the Arc System Work things, honestly.
So everybody, if you're not playing, get out of the lobby. We should still remake the room then.
Yeah, I'm gonna remake the room.
And then keep the players down to it.
I'll put the password in the Discord chat.
Yeah, and what do you call it? Yeah. So Diaphone takes it, evens it up.
Yes. All right, boys, we're in this.
We did it.
They fell for it. They fell for it. We did it, boys. Man, they don't know our sneaky American tricks. You know what I'm saying? We fake the lag spikes. We turn our torrents, and then we actually just take the match.
Honest Europeans fought again.
You know, password's already set. Don't worry about it. Yeah, if you want, put the player in. Yeah, just keep the player limit as is, but whoever is playing and whoever gets called next, and that's it. Let me go ahead and hop back in there as well. 1 second.
While we're waiting for people to get back into the lobby, I do want to just throw a couple things up on the screen real quick. First of all, huge shout out to our commentators, right? Candido and Che. Candido runs a tournament series called The Kitchen. I'm going to try to find it because I think you have a tournament coming Wednesday, right?
It's supposed to be on Wednesday, but I do have a personal event that is going on this Wednesday, so I am going to be streaming it this Thursday instead. I haven't done the link pending confirmation on that. I was going to get to that today, but yeah, so basically, The Kitchen is a PS4 Granblue tournament. I have been running it for both West Coast and East Coast. Prevalently the East Coast, just because most of the players are more accessible, and it draws out a good following. We've had MBK, Diaphone, we've had Teiga, and we've pretty much had people playing from all over the place. Mm-hmm. It gets I do cap it at 32 because obviously I have a life just like everybody else, and sometimes I need to be able to. I need to go to sleep to be able to take my daughter to school the next day. But if you guys play this game on PS4, you got a good wired connection, by all means, just you can hit up the Kitchen Discord, you can hit up my challenge, which is basically communities.challenge.com/thekitchen, and you'll be able to see all the tournaments that are running every single time. It's a good way to keep yourself updated.
Yeah, sick. Thank you. And yeah, he runs a good tournament series. Definitely, if you're in the NA, check that out. And then, yeah, Jay Benji. Who's your waifu, by the way? Or is that even a waifu? Is that a dude?
That's not waifu, but you know what? I'm on that vibe at the moment. Aphelios can be my waifu. It's shamefully a League of Legends character. I do come from that background.
I respect it.
He's been a whole ass vibe at the moment. His character theme is... Just listen to his character theme and tell me if he is a vibe or not, alright, Candido? Because I'm definitely on that vibe right now.
Yeah, check out his Twitter. I'll post it in the chat. Same thing with his Twitch. He runs a tournament called Hearts Are Blazing. It's a pretty sick tournament. The production quality, like I said, is top notch. I'm going to try to find you the link. I think you have one coming tomorrow, right? For Guilty Gear?
No, it's going to basically be run... Hearts Are Blazing is a PC European tournament series, which will support 2 games at a time. At the moment, we're alternating on bi-weeklies between Granblue Fantasy Versus and Guilty Gear Xrd. In the future, we are going to be doing Granblue Fantasy Versus and Strive, but this current season is going to be Guilty Gear and Granblue. We have match arenas and challenges set up, of course. But yeah, this week is going to be Guilty Gear, and the next week following is going to be Granblue Fantasy Versus. We are getting towards the end of our tournament series at this point, and if you can check out the match arenas, that's honestly the most support you can show the European scene. You were mentioning earlier that you had your brackets capped out at 32, and whilst generally speaking, we'd say that Granblue has had a really tough time of it, being launched straight into Rona, having not the best online netcode, but the community has been absolutely phenomenal. The support that they've been showing me and the rest of the players, there's a lot of passion in this community, and a lot of talent as well, and I'm really proud to be able to broadcast that every other week. I would love to show some more support in the coming future, but we'll see how that goes. I've got some things in the works behind the scenes, so I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'll leave that to the players' volition. At the moment, we're pretty frequently getting 40 to 64 player brackets, though, and every single one is an absolute joy to watch, so I feel pretty blessed. Shout outs to the EU community.
There's someone here on chat that's asking, have you guys ever watched the South American Granblue versus scene? The only thing I've personally watched in regards to anything that's not the US, I've obviously seen, we've seen Asia, and we are obviously playing against Europe right now. I've seen a lot of the Mexican scene, but I haven't really seen anything Central or South America in terms of Granblue. So what was the name? Magnum Gear, if you have any names, if you have any people that we can suggest to try and see if we have any events that we can watch so we can be exposed to that scene, by all means, drop those names so we can try and, expose the world, get the word out, and hopefully do something better for them and try and see if we can actually run another type of exhibition.
Yeah, I wonder who has more leg, Europe to NA or
it would probably
Europe to South America.
I believe most of the South American players play on PS4 as well, so that would be a factor that would have to be, put in.
Extra cursed, yes. But yeah, I just want to shout out TryKeazer. Obviously, he's been probably putting the most work in this exhibition. Consider hitting that follow button. Just hit it. And let's see, show him some support. I think right now we are doing a connection test.
I know, I think that we're just getting it over with.
Let's see how this is going.
I think we're just going to get it over with.
Yeah, I don't know if they're just going straight into it or...
yeah, they're just going...
Oh, they are just straight going into it. Okay.
All right, so TryKeazer up against Rico Suave. Rico Suave still having those 2 lives available to him. The last player on NA side to have the... oh, never mind. Looking like, again, it's a little bit bumpy, but we are just going to make do of it. TryKeazer also having 2 lives available. Yeah, for sure. Got those teleports. It's real on Wi-Fi. Obviously, Beelzebub did get a buff last patch as well to his teleport, which makes it a lot harder to deal with even outside of online conditions.
Yeah, even though it was minimal, the buff to his walk speed was definitely something that was needed and important.
I mean, at the very least, it seems to have shaken up his position, at least in matchup charts, relatively quite a lot, at least in the eyes of European players. Beelzebub used to be one of the characters that people, considered struggled a bit. I also think the Season 2 changes did end up inadvertently buffing Beelzebub, as whilst he is a fireball character with a DP, he already had a slower DP than other characters in the cast, so now effectively it's just been normalized.
Don't get me wrong. When you say normalize, there are still, it's definitely closer to normal, but there are still things that you can do against bubs that you can't do against.
You can't do against others, yeah.
Correct. Gets the lucky. Oh no!
Oh dear. I mean, maybe we'll score that attack. Intentionally getting hit, so we were still inside of hit stun.
Okay.
We'll fight the SBA.
Thank you, Rico. Thank you. We in there. One more round and we get this thing tied up. Let's go.
I believe in Nivea. No, Nivea? Actually, yeah, I believe in Nivea. TryKeazer, even if he takes the L here, Nivea's going to get some momentum going. I haven't seen it so far, but Nivea's definitely the player that I had my hopes on the most going into this tournament, so I'm hoping to see a little bit more coming out from him, but Rico Suave is going to have to get through TryKeazer first. It's looking like he stands a very good chance of doing that, though. Beautiful fire heavy. Crossing that fireball, and there we go, the DP that we were seeing and talking about a little bit earlier.
Yeah, Keezer was basically waiting for Bubs to do the EX dive.
Good pressure so far, but using the EX sets and they're going straight through that fireball. Both players relatively even HP at the moment.
Oh,
the EX slashes are going to be it. Drops it. Never mind. We're still in this. Anything can happen in 7-frame delay.
Is it 7?
No clue.
Might be 8.
Oh no.
Oh, what? You can't do that in 7-frame delay?
SSBA.
I call cheats. You can't do that in 7-frame delay.
All right. Good stuff from TryKeazer, tying it back up with a dash SBA.
Hey, look, TryKeazer rhymes with cheater, and that was definitely a hack right there.
Exactly.
Nice, gets the EX and it goes for the knockdown. Gets the protect, nice and early, and 214M is going to be enough to stop TryKeazer from using that universal overhead, keeping his pressure going. And honestly, the space control from Rico Suave has been amazing so far. I'm loving seeing the empty jumps. Obviously trying to bait out the response to dive kick. Nice, gets that delay mash. And an interesting conversion that ends up dropping.
He probably didn't. He probably forgot to stand switch. Maybe he didn't think that the cooldowns were correct. I don't know.
Where it ends up dropping, which is not what you want. You've got Rico Suave back into the middle of the screen, gets the JU, but doesn't end up getting conversion out of it, and all of a sudden you're back in the same situation as before. One good touch for either player could end up ending it. Obviously, but Beelzebub having a little bit of a problem with getting high damage confirms outside of that corner. He'll have to get a pretty specific hit to end TryKeazer.
And that's a trade that Keezer will take every time. One knockdown for one hit? Absolutely.
Oh, no. Back throws out of the black hole, goes for the EX, Setsuna. He goes for the SBA. Drops the combo again. We can't be having this TryKeazer.
Come on, Rico, we gotta do this. You have to hold for the. You have to hold for the dream. You have to do this 15-9. You gotta hold this right now.
The XCP universal overhead and 7-frame delay is unblockable. Rico Suave right on the verge of that chip point. Let's see if Nivea is. No, Nivea TryKeazer. We're getting them mixed up for some reason. He is now at chip point. One touch is going to do it. 6 seconds left for Rico Suave to try and get the opening. Does not manage it. EX command dash into EX slashes is going to continue TryKeazer's reign of terror.
No, Rico, I just gotta say, you're playing Bubs in 7-frame delay, and you didn't spam EX dive or universal overhead in your auto combo? I don't know, man.
That's where TryKeazer's got the edge. He's not afraid. He's ready.
Good try though. Good try though.
That was definitely a good try, Rico. Good try. I mean, Rico could probably just stay on and try. He got close enough. Are we gonna ride the Rico? Are we gonna ride the Rico trade and try and see if he can call it back up?
I believe we're probably gonna try something else. And no player has been eliminated at this point. So, but there's very few players left with any chance of not getting eliminated on their next loss.
Yes, just to take a look at the scoreboard, everyone in the US is down to 1 life, right? So I think we're trying to debate who is going to go next. Rico Suave, of course, just lost his 2nd life. 3 people on the EU side with 1 life left, and yeah, of course, you have TryKeazer and Zamoro with 2 lives.
And it's worth remembering that whilst obviously an exhibition like this is always going to have some connection hiccups, shout outs to the players and Diaphone for helping to set this up. It's all in good fun, so I'm sure there's no better feelings on the player side, or I'd hope so at least. Modding era Kraz is kind of clean, chat. I'll give you that. Made the HAB stage. It's kind of clean.
Apologies, guys. Got hit with the daughter mix-up.
The family mix-up is definitely a strong one. Just as like I told my family that I was obviously going to be commentating, and like no sooner than 1 minute after it hit 7, which is the time that I told them that I'd be on commentary, my mum's coming in and asking for my error. I'm like, all right, well, luckily, well, I'm a little bit delayed hopping into voice, but yeah, sure, no worries.
So we don't know. I do not know who it is that's going to be trying to play right now. I get the feeling that we're. Are we? Yeah, I think we're gonna try and ride the Wabi train again, because right now Keezer is just. All right, it looks like it has been decided, and Wavy is going to come in, and we're going to try and see if we can get this going. I personally hope that he does pick Percy, but please do not tempt fate, because every time that Keezer has gotten that jump, he's gotten that cross-up button into the EX, into the moon. He's gotten that mid-screen. Yeah, no, he's basically, every single time that he's jumped the fireball mid-screen, he's gotten a cross-up hit into the EX, into stand heavy, EXDP for about 35% into hard knockdown mid-screen and just runs all the way to the corner. Every single time.
There's no character you want to be in the corner against less than Narmaya. Her corner pressure is absolutely absurd, and her run startup as well as her walk speed make her throw game devastating, honestly.
I don't
touch
have...
that she gets.
Personally, I have no qualms about being in the corner against Narmaya. If I had to pick, I don't want to be in the corner against Ladiva.
I mean, true, but unfortunately, we don't have many Ladiva players on Europe side, let alone inside of this exhibition. So luckily, we don't have to hold that.
It has been decided. I'm going to bring my Florida 7-frame delay. I'm going to bring my Florida 7-frame delay, and I'm just going to go ahead and sub for whoever needs to. That's it.
Let's do it.
Done.
It's also worth mentioning that if Narmaya has, is being on the ball, she pretty much has a double the amount of cooldowns that a lot of other characters have to play around with. So she can usually get a conversion on situations where other characters might end up not being able to loop cooldowns, for example, which also helps making her corner game a little bit stronger than I'd say the average character.
Also, she's one of the only characters that if you do the instant jump, I don't know what the move is called. Basically, the EX, the flip on the mid screen. If you do the EX air version, that move. If it hits counter hit, she gets a conversion mid screen that goes all the way to the wall. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, the corner carry in this game in general is kind of nutty. It's at least partially thanks to the fact that the stage size on Granblue Fantasy Versus is a little bit smaller than a lot of its 2D counterparts. But nonetheless, we are getting straight into this, escaping the corner from the command throw. Just like you said, getting the JL straight into the EX moonsault, losing 50%, and now he has to hold that corner.
Keezer, actually the only in Narmaya I've ever seen do that. Because I played Skemi, I played Quotes, and they never seem to do that at all. That's
honestly,
crazy.
It's not the easiest thing to pull off, but TryKeazer showing that even in delay, he's found able to get it very consistently. There's no excuses. Right, he's holding the defense so far, but this is an even set considering what we just saw. This round could really go either way. Both players switching, no whiff punish.
Quotes, you've seen a few who do that, but you don't. That's the thing.
Beautiful stuff. Wavi taking the hit confirm, getting the first round. TryKeazer looking like he could have his momentum ended here. Uses the EX Sentinel on the command dash from Percival.
That was an interesting choice, but it panned out. It's a small hard.
If it works, it works.
Yeah, 50% of the time works 100% of the time.
Oh, getting the punish on that spot dodge, then blocking the reversal attempt from Wavi. This is gonna hurt. Still has the cooldowns if he gets out of that stance. Never mind. Good fortitude from Wavi, getting that mash. The BPO. Oh my god. Getting a tiny knockdown off of those EX slashes, but then running Wavi all the way to the corner.
Wavi gets out of the corner, gets full stocks. We'll see if he can use...
Nice. Wow, good damage. One more touch should do it. And gets it. Is he going to end up converting properly? He is. That is going to be Wavi ending for the second time. TryKeazer's reign of terror.
Yes! God, Wavi puts us back in the... Where it is at 6-5 now. Wavi basically coming in clutch. Are they going to basically... I think... who beat Wavi last time? Mr. Powell?
I think it might have been, yeah. It's hard to say. That was a while ago, actually. It was Mr. Powell or it was Nevia, I think.
Because I don't think Simoro's only played...
I think it was the Miri. I think Miri did.
Oh, it was Miri?
Yeah.
Yeah, my Zuma brain can't keep up.
We can't switch off the English. The English is the buff. They're not ready for it. They hear the different audio and it throws out their cues entirely. You just gotta deal with it, man.
I mean, honestly, it's kind of cursed.
I am
hate how this game handles it.
Right, so we are gonna get Simoro versus Wavi right now, and Teiga, Percy can kind of go either way. Percy definitely has tools to be able to hold Teiga off, but at the same time, if Simoro just decides to go ham with Air Spear, I mean, what can you do?
I mean, something that's I want to bring up quickly as well is Oh, no, I've completely lost my train of thought. This is it. This is over. TryKeazer loses a match. I'm getting him confused with Navir all the time.
You're shook after TryKeazer lost, I understand.
Honestly.
Yeah, well, spear beef. Let's go. Spear oh beef.
So I do wonder if Steamora is considering.
That was definitely not something I would have said normally, but fuck air spear on God. Teiga going in on chat with the Zeta hatred right now.
I've remembered my train of thought now, which is basically, first off, thank you for the compliments on the production value earlier, and for everyone who's checking out the Twitter and giving us a follow. Aside from that, though, I've actually put in a Japanese-only mod, voice mod, which, I really can't, like, the second I hear Zeta dub, it's over. I had to get that mod in. But now, the only thing that I'm trying to figure out is a way to put the Luane dub back in, whilst retaining the rest of the cast in Japanese only, because the Luane dub's kind of godlike.
Yeah, I'd agree.
But
That actually, if you could just make a mod that took out Zeta,
yeah, maybe.
Voice, I'd be okay
I don't
with
know.
it.
There are some other cursed ones. I'm not a fan of Ladiva and Gran and Charlotta.
No, Zega's English voice is horrible. Ladiva's English voice is actually top tier.
I can understand why people like Ladiva's. I don't think it's necessarily a bad performance, whereas something like Zeta's is definitely just egregiously bad. Luckily, Samara not making us endure through that. He's going to be using the Japanese voice. But he has quite an obstacle in front of him, having to get through Wavi with his relatively fresh setup. If he lands the fuzzy, it's a win for Europe, though. That's what I'm saying.
What?
Oh, okay. Not what you want to see.
Okay, this game should be over. Oh no! Wavi going? No, Stimoro going with the odd, non-optimal combo. I have no idea why he went for that.
Is that?
No, it's not. Just SBA. Stimoro. Seriously, just SBA.
I didn't know Samara knows that as well.
Oh, hold
What
on.
a
Actually,
tragedy.
you know what? No, this is what's gonna happen.
Part of the plan.
SSBA would have actually clashed. I practiced that scenario versus Teiga, and it would have clashed. And if anybody would have pressed another button, it would have been really bad.
Either way, the round is going to go over to Wavi in the most tragic of ways. Nice counter poke coming out for Samara with the 2M, but he is finding himself in this corner a little bit too often for my liking. Gets the first command grab of the series, but Samara responds in kind with the reversal, getting himself back to mid-screen.
Yeah, so basically, one thing I'm looking at from Samara, he is not. So what I would like to see from Samara more is basically using EX spear neutral. It's Zega's strongest tool. It's just kind of like being ignored. He's using regular spear, but he hasn't gotten a hard knockdown all series, and here is the very first one.
Oh, ending up trying to bait the DP, but Wavi going with the delayed DP instead. Both of these players at a relatively low amount of health.
Yeah.
First of all, lacking some of the shot, some of the insane shooting power they had in the previous matches in mid-screen. But either way, one touch should be enough to do it for either player. Oh no, that isn't going to be it. Florida combo into SSBA.
Florida combo? That's not going to work out. Very good!
Ooh, okay, beautiful stuff.
Strike. Stimoro, has Stimoro been the only person on the European side that hasn't gotten a win yet?
I think that might be the case. That one,
Zega bottom 3
that is correct.
Zega bottom 3 confirmed.
Buff Zeta, boys.
Candido is toxic? Why would you say that, Searchlight? Why would you say that?
Either way, we got Far Medium coming back in. One of the one of the players that has helped us in our times of need, Miri. Let's see if we can get the momentum shifting back in our favor. I believe Miri also has quite a wealth of experience against Citizen, who is one of the better festival players in Europe.
But yeah, doesn't matter because right now, we are completely tied. There's only one problem though. Wavi is playing right now. If he loses, who is going to take out Keazer?
That's true, actually. I didn't even consider that. Going for the jump straight over that fireball is going to end up getting a punish on the DP, sending Wavi all the way to the corner. Nice and early, blocking the second DP in a row.
Yeah, so
Very keeping things tight.
So what I seem to look at right now.
Uh-oh, that's dead, surely. Doesn't have the cooldown. Second away from it.
Everybody is banking on what Wavy just doing DPs, and what's going to happen in this second round right now, Wavy's realized this, so he's not going to be throwing out DPs every time, and there's just going to be a bum rushing on Miri's behalf.
Yeah, that might be the case. We're going to have to see, though. It's obviously very hard to get inside the mind of a player when it comes down to so many layers of conditioning, especially for a character like Yule. There's definitely a lot of space for it, and he's getting the anti-air confirm. Instead, corners himself instead of continuing it. Bit unfortunate, but regardless, gets the back throw. Wavi's back is now in the corner. EX low. And that's a space combo. That is surely. Yeah, that's dead. Okay. Wavi, the hope for North America against TryKeazer has been felled.
Did I not call that there was going to be a bum rush this time?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Did I not call it?
Money.
But yeah,
all right. Well, it's looking a little bit spicy. If Miri wins every single match here, I have to remind you that my prediction was correct.
No, you said
Miri loses.
No, you said 15-11. It would be 15-10 that way.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, so Miri can lose and then TryKeazer takes the rest of the matches. That's fine.
Damn, you want your brave. That's how you want it to be. That's okay. You're not ready for Diaphone Zoe.
That is true. Diaphone has been the momentum bringer for Northern America, and he still has one life in the mix.
Okay, so right now it's going to be Rico again versus Yuo, and after that, I believe it's going to be Bisu, then Teiga, then Diaphone. That's currently the order that the American team has decided that this thing is going to go on.
Can't reveal our strats.
Yes, we absolutely. It's all fake out.
You're right. Good point. Sorry, I'm throwing for the American team. My bad.
Have you ever heard of hearsay, my dude?
Nice. Round start looking relatively similar to the first round against Suave. Good spot dodge coming out from Rico Suave, but similar to the first match against Suave a second ago. Ends up punishing that DP with Rico Suave's back in the corner. Nice setup so far coming out from
DP.
Miri and his far medium.
Very good dive away from the corner, baby. Gets the 2H, but no combo afterwards. I feel like he wants to preserve the cooldown of the Karma to be able to just like bust it out randomly whenever it is that Miri is running in.
It's worth mentioning as well that, like I was mentioning to you in private before, we have had a very strong Beelzebub player pretty much from day one, and Miri being around from day one similarly has quite a bit of matchup experience in this matchup. And I think that's showing a little bit here, but phenomenal stuff from Miri and Rico so far, keeping that relatively close. Let's see if Rico can get a little bit more of an advantage going in this set. Wow! That dive kick actually ended up beating out the 2H from Rico there.
Yeah, if he would have waited a split second more, it would have been at the height where he could have gotten it on the normal hit, on the normal jump, or the air control. So just a tiny bit too fast on Rico's end. Maybe he's trying to not wait for it so much because he knows that the delay might be a factor, so he's trying to respond earlier. And there's that thing that I was talking about. Characters with multi-hit air moves that can get away with punishing things that other characters can't with combos.
Yeah, getting the hit so high up and still able to get it confirmed. Beautiful stuff so far. Is that going to punish? Surely not. Good spot dodge from Rico Suave, getting the full punish straight into the SSBA, which is going to push Miri into the corner.
Yeah, but he goes for the full auto combo. I don't understand why he's
scaling it down a little bit. It's not going to kill either way, but with relatively good spacing, I wonder if he's going to go in for the mix here. He is getting the universal overhead, colliding on the airframes of the 214H. As a result, doesn't get full combo, but yeah, ends it out.
Let's go, Rico, come on!
Alright, Rico tying this back up, getting the air throw and asserting dominance nice and early.
There is one thing that Miri definitely has taken into account in most of the matchups. Oh my god, but did not expect Rico to just be so brazen about doing another DP. And another one! Saying, bro, I play Street Fighter. I don't know what you think this is gonna be it.
Miri on the money with these DP punishes at the moment now.
If Rico did a DP while he had plus. I don't know.
Universal overhead, media set up again. Gets punished for it, and all of a sudden he's back to the screen. Win confirm. Wow, nice.
Come on, Rico.
pulls him in, goes to the SBA, but the jump
Oh, what a punch.
coming out straight into the nice easy convert.
The one thing he couldn't do had to be every option except that. Most of the time, if what do you call it? If the command throw is not going to kill you, just take it.
Let's
Because-
go, Mary.
If the command throw is not going to kill you, take it, because I can just keep doing the command throw quote unquote mix up every time and not have to spend bar. I'm just like, you know what? Hey, dude, I'm cool. I'll keep blocking and taking damage. I don't care.
At this point, the question is going to be if we're going to leave Diaphone as the anchor, or if we're going to see him try to get some momentum back for Northern America, you know, sooner rather than later.
Oh, we have Lord Bisu trying to see if we can sneak in at least one. Bisu, if I'm not mistaken, has Bisu won a match? I think he won the very first match, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Bisu is 1 and 2 right now. We're going to try and see if we can get a little bit more momentum going on right now.
Yeah, BG
Come on, guys.
Win, the tournament is still going to be, the exhibitions are going to be neck and neck for sure. But regardless, we have both of the killers on the EU and NA side waiting in the back.
Benji, you are of legal drinking age, correct?
Yeah, of course. I'm not that zoomer. It's all good. I've not been around since Street Fighter 4, but
Hey,
I'm
you
not
did
quite.
say, you did say that you started the FTC in 2019, so you have to understand the question.
Of
If
course,
this ends up being 11-15, just as you predicted, I'm gonna send you beer money.
respect it. I mean, unfortunately, I can't offer the same up on my end. But if you want to make another prediction, I'll be willing to do the same.
Well, yeah, my prediction already got busted. It is what it is. It's not fair. Your prediction's still holding on right now. It's gotta be fair. I already lost.
Nice. One hit confirmed. Ends up dropping the combo though. UL escaping back into the neutral and keeping it in check against the far light. Counter hit
Mash
confirmed
confirmed.
into SBA.
The mash confirmed. Let's go. Come on, Bisu, you gotta show me something.
Nice, good pressure so far. Both players being very reserved. Catching him on the 214H with that fireball, getting the command throw into the corner. UL goes.
Bisu, he only has DP. He could leave. Why nobody has enough patience to hold the corner in this game. I've seen countless times everybody just jumps out of the corner.
Like you were saying, Miri, you know, not showing off all that much patience when it comes to that corner. Using the DP to escape, back to mid-screen. And again, same thing. Second he's in that corner, goes for the DP. Not keeping himself in that corner is a good choice against Bilal, though. But let's see if it will pay off, or if Bisu is going to be able to bring this back.
Very good block on the double.
Ooh, universal overhead, no counter hit. The health lead is getting closer and closer. Is that going to be it? Going to convert this SBA, that's dead.
Wow, it did not even have to proc the animation. And hey.
Still looking good for East Coast, but again, you still have your veritable killer sitting in the back with that Zoe and the Vern weapon. You got to remember, all of these players aren't using the Vern weapon. It's the tech. It's the anti-Europe tech.
We got, I don't know if we're going to send Diaphone in or we're going to send Teiga's going to go ahead and go in. And Teiga going
like
with
we are.
Teiga going with the Percy pick right now.
Nice. Is it the first time we're seeing it?
Yep. He has played Lancelot. I personally feel that he might like Lancelot more versus most of the people, but in this matchup he probably prefers Percival because of the fact that he has a projectile and has better core control.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, just having good buttons that keep 214H in check is always a blessing.
And the problem is that you have to deal with Starlit Sky just like that. And if it gets thrown out random and it hits, you're
Eating a meaty 2M.
That's correct.
Nice, good confirm. Again, Teiga
And the
is
game
very
is
on
tied.
point, as well as with Lavi. The positioning slightly in favor of Miri so far, but both of these characters can be very explosive on the right hit, so we're going to see, there we go, Miri cornering himself, but then hopping straight back with the 214H into the stance, keeping things as tight as he possibly can, but regardless, he still lost that position advantage.
I was about to say that Miri's just about to jump out of the corner because he's done that on every single time, and I don't think anybody's necessarily caught up to the fact that he's always doing it.
Teiga not necessarily giving him the chance though, walking back, keeping that positional advantage, not giving him the opportunity to get that jump out of the corner for free. And one more touch is going to do it. No punish. going for that jump again. Universal overhead gets blocked. And smart dodge
someone,
RBS ends up getting
someone blocked an overhead R reaction on this exhibition. Yo, that's it. That's it.
It's over. It's Teiga's turn. Oh, nice. Again, just going for the desert pro. Love to see it. Not being too respectful of your RCP.
You all got punished on that. Probably did the low run. Very good.
Good damage again. Interrupts the command dash. Beautiful stuff so far, but you have a long hill to climb to get back.
So the thing is, Teiga's been doing that. He has been doing the overhead on a very specific timing to try and be able to catch people doing either throw or the dodge throw OS. Oh no! Everyone back.
That's a beautiful return from Teiga.
Beautiful.
That's clean. That's clean.
That was sexy. No, no, we have 2 lives left, Diaphone, not 1 on our side. It's 2.
Oh shit.
2-4.
Don't write yourself out yet.
Woo, yeah, good call.
Yeah, no, don't scare us off like that, man. We got 2. It's 2-4. Teiga doing his job, taking out Miri.
Please bring in TryKeazer. If you bring in TryKeazer instead of keeping him for an anchor like we're doing with Diaphone here, we could have my 11-15. If not, there's still a good chance. I mean, we've got nothing but killers left in a year.
The only thing
TryKeazer, names I put my back.
The only thing this man wants is his beer money. Let's just be honest. Come on.
Hey, I won't say no. It's the Corona days.
So
A
Che,
little bit of extra money. Yep. What's up?
if Teiga loses, hypothetically, of course, and I'm up, how much will you pay me to throw so you get your beer money?
I don't know. That depends on how much the beer money is. I mean, let's be honest. But I'll match it. Either way, I'm just really happy that Europe has managed to give us a good showing. I had no doubts that they would be able to hold their own, but I'm more than happy with my boys. Love
People
Europe.
were not ready for People were not ready for TryKeazer's Narmaya. It just, oof. But yeah, that graphic obviously needs to be updated because Bisu is out, Wavy is out, and Rico Suave is out. So we basically just have Teiga and Diaphone holding it up right now. I know who is Team Europe going to call. For some reason, I feel like it's going to be Stimoro.
I think it might be Mr. Powell.
Mr. Powell?
So Miri is out, right? Miri is completely out?
Yeah, should be.
Yeah, Miri is out. Is Never still in? Yeah. I think Miri might...
one life.
No, I think Miri is the only one that's been knocked out from Team Europe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe everyone else is down to their last life.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be tomorrow or Never that's going to get called in here. Maybe they want to match a Shogo character with a Shogo character because it all, at the end of the day, it might just depend on whose fundies are better.
I don't see it being Navir. I think they might want to save Navir for the potential Diaphone Zoe. But going forwards, I'd be interested to see if it's Mr. Powell, Samoro, or TryKeazer. It could also be Navir, of course, but I'd love to see TryKeazer for obvious reasons. You know, you've already done 6 or 7 matches. You might as well just get the 2 more out of the way.
Well, if you really think, I don't know why, but you have to remember, Keazer has lost strictly to Percival, and Teiga is playing Percy right now.
Arguably one of the best Percys that we have on offer as well.
That is correct. So if Keazer wants to show up right now, by all means, go ahead.
Send him in.
This is where,
all right, I like the confidence.
This is where I want you to come in, Keazer. This is it. And just like I said, Never is the one that gets called in. Navir.
Here we go, Navir. You're right. Completely on the money. I'm honestly was not expecting this, but if there's a player that I'm willing to put some money behind on subverting my expectations, it is going to be Navir.
I knew that they were going to match up a Shogo immediately.
It'll be nice to see Navir getting a chance to
yeah. No. But again, my question is, where is Keazer? Keazer needs to get this Percival. He needs to try and kill this Percival, and that's what it is. But no, obviously, we're gonna get that after Teiga beats this Giga player.
Yeah, I mean, there's full potential that we're gonna end up seeing Europe run down one of their players trying to get rid of this Percival to enable TryKeazer's last life. to be as
Okay.
impactful as possible.
Nah, Teiga going for the reverse wash, bro. It is what it is.
It happened. It's not over till it's over. Let's see how this round start goes. Both players, wow, it's starting off with the M-Wrecker. Getting met by the fireball. Good whip punish from Teiga. Teiga taking control, getting a relatively large health lead considering how little's happened so far. Swat on the EX fireball, and there we go. Getting the 2M into the EX Wrecker all the way to the corner.
You say like, oh, very little has happened so far. That is Percival the character.
Oh,
See?
beautiful hit. Wow.
Just like I was saying, doesn't matter when you get hit. If you get tapped,
Crushing that button with a far heavy and getting the confirm nearly full screen. Love to see it dropping the ender there, but it doesn't end up mattering. The DP comes out from Teiga. Not wanting to hold that.
misses the confirm though, right there. No, do not go for it. Very good.
Punish dead.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, I'm biased. Teiga, you got this. Let's go.
It's all right. Now that it's coming right down to the wire, I think our biases are going to show a little bit. You know, at the start, all I wanted was a good exhibition where we could show off our players. But now I want Europe to take it all the way, and I believe in them wholeheartedly.
I believe in Teiga. Teiga, everybody wanted him to play lands, and you're like, no, he wants to go to Percy, and that's what it's going to be.
Nice confirm straight into the MDP. Going for the full auto combo, and there we go. Beautiful mass coming out from Teiga, putting ourselves back to mid-screen.
Oh, no!
It's going to open him up.
Why? Why would you press? Look at your life. There was no reason for that investment right there.
Okay, no reset this time. Not wanting to risk it.
There was no reason for you to invest in doing that. None whatsoever.
Nice, crushes the EX Wrecker with the fire heavy. No confirm coming out on the fire of Teiga, but he gets clipped by the DP, and this is going to even it up to 1-1.
Falls on the veer right there. Jesus.
The Veer special.
Go. Yep, just hold off. There you go. Very good call out by Teiga, just saying, nope, I'm going to be able to charge these stocks, and you're not going to be able to do a damn thing about it. Very good noise strike.
The Veer jumping himself out of that corner, getting the counter hit confirm on that 2M. Straight to Wrecker, but drops the conversion.
What? Okay, bueno. There we go. Cross up, misses. Teiga just trying to
And both
walk.
players being very patient, but Veer breaking that instantly, going for the dash up throw, gets met by a DP on the next one, and that Stinger is going to go straight through this fireball, but ending up trading with it because of the reduced invincibility as of last patch, but it does not matter.
And that was a beautiful interaction. And I knew Teiga had
Let's
this.
go,
Teiga. That's what it's all about.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, this is looking like it could come genuinely all the way down to the wire. Nivea not succeeding in taking out.
So I don't know.
Teiga's
You think?
festival.
So right now it's two. We're what 2 and 3. Stimora. Oh, Teiga gonna get hit with another. Where he's gonna try and play Stimora again. Hasn't
Teiga,
Teiga been the
come on.
one? Hasn't Teiga always been the one to knock out Stimora?
I'm not 100%
I think at
sure.
least two. I think he's.
I don't think
knocked
they've
him out
played
at
yet,
least-
actually, because I
Yeah,
knocked
I
him out
think it
once,
was
and I
Wavy
think
both
Wavy
times.
knocked him out once.
I think he
Yeah.
knocked him out. I think no, that's.
Either way, we're going to be seeing Teiga going up against his worst enemy. Hopefully, we're going to be seeing a lot of EX Spear coming out from Zeta. And let's see if Samaro can put his first win on the board.
Yeah, Wavy was the last person to beat Samaro, and the first one was Diaphone.
Oh, starting off the round with the laser. Coming out on top. Both players being relatively patient. Teiga
You
starting to
can't
get the swaps in,
laser
but then
at
Veer
that range against this character. You can't do that.
Oh, nice. Jumping him out of the overhead. Getting clipped by the low.
Oh,
Samaro
and
finding himself in the corner.
already-
Doesn't go for EX Spear. And that's going to hurt. One more touch will do it. And he gets it.
Yep, you can't do that against that character.
Let's go.
Percival's jump heavy reaches so far that it's virtually impossible. He can almost punish you full
wow.
screen for committing into the beam.
Samaro finding himself in this corner again, not where you want to be, especially against a character like Percival. Zeta not having the best options to deal with Fireball RPS as well on the
Samora has not. Samora does not know how to deal with this matchup right now.
Which of course will largely come down to the fact that he has only recently adopted this setup. But it looks like Teiga is going to make swift work of him. But wait, never mind.
No,
It ends up
stop
dropping.
calling
Samora has a chance.
Yeah, cursing European players, not our own players.
I call it. It's like Teiga has played My Zega so many times. He's played Realize as Zega so many times. I was just like, yeah, just go ahead and just toss him in. Yes, I'm happy with this. And just like that,
Beautiful
we
play
are
from Teiga
tied
so far.
up. We are tied up, and you are confirmed. You are not getting my. You're not getting my beer money.
It's a shame, but I'll take it so long as Europe can take the set home.
Nah,
Honestly, at this point, it's looking dicey, but I don't know. I can see it. We're saving TryKeazer for last, I'd assume, and bringing in Mr. Pow now, leaving the two killers for the last match. But, you know, Mr. Pow, he's had some success in the past. Let's see if he can keep it going.
No. Mr. Pow, he said he's one of the two Nordic players, correct?
Mr. Pow is from Switzerland.
Switzerland. I don't know. I don't know any German. Do I know any German? I do not, unfortunately. Damn.
It's okay. I believe Switzerland speaks like 5 or 6 languages.
Yeah, I know.
So you can throw some French in there. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Mr. Pow, peux-tu m'entendre? Perdre, lose. Come on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you just talk shit to him? And
Yes, absolutely.
Alright, so looks like we got Mr. Pow.
It's time to tell.
All right.
And it quotes like, yeah, Teiga's played this matchup against Ed Combat so many times, but I personally have no idea how those have gone before. It's basically an alien foreign concept to me at this point.
Did we see Mr. Pow up against Teiga earlier against his Lancelot? I believe we did, right?
I think Mr. Pow actually. Oh my god! Oh no!
It's a bit of a shot I confirm. The butterfly messing that up. Either way, has the pressure in his favor. And if you remember, we started off this tournament with a perfect on behalf of both players, with Mr. Pow versus Vavi. It looks like Mr. Pow might be shooting for that again.
Was it Mr. Pow and Bisu?
Oh, Bisu, yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
Beautiful. Gets the auto combo off of the forward roll from Teiga.
Yeah, Teiga getting cooked. Oh my god, Ed gone bad cheering for Mr. Pow. Oh my god, that's treason.
You can't be having any race, any
Someone time
coming
out.
out.
Someone time him out, please.
That was the time for solidarity, Europe. I don't want to see any let's go NA in the chat.
Yeah, Diaphone, go ahead. It's your chat. Hold on, wait. Do I have? I don't have enough points for a timeout. Somebody timeout Ed gone bad.
The European community was not responsible enough with the timeout channel points. I had to get rid of it. We were making some people just shadow banned from the channel. But Mr. Power looking solid so far, keeping Teiga in check with that Farlight. And getting the counter hit confirmed from the close heavy. Straight into the flash kick. He doesn't have a reversal available to him now, so I imagine he'll want to step back, or he'll go straight in and try to end this series here now.
Teiga, you've tried grabbing every single time, it's not working.
He jinxed it again.
Literally, commentator curse, calling it out straight away. Nice pressure coming out from Teiga so far. Patience coming from Mr. Power's side. Doesn't get the conversion off the far lights. Oh, again, getting the far lights. But that's it. It's all down to Diaphone. Again, he has taken the most wins of anyone on the North American team so far. Is the Vern weapon going to be enough to put an end to Mr. Pow? Or are we going to see TryKeazer?
Team USA has decided that meaty jabs or meaty anything in this game doesn't matter. And they basically just been like, okay, so here is a jump. People are going to always jump in this game if you don't give them something to think about. And unfortunately, Teiga didn't really give anything to think about over there. Yeah, he just kept jumping, Teiga. You know why he kept jumping? Because you didn't do anything about
it. He kept throwing him.
I mean, honestly, this exhibition has taught us two things. One, Europe, we like our female characters. And two, Europe likes to jump.
Yeah, please jump on me in the corner. I would love if everybody in this chat would play me and jump in the corner, I would win NLBC for free every single time. Every single time. I don't have to do anything. I'll just have to hold down back and wait for it to happen.
Man, if Mr. Pow can end up clinching this, is going to be hype for me, I'm not going to lie.
All right, boys, so a couple things before I go up. So first thing is I'm doing a VOD review stream on Monday, and we still got some slots open, so I figured while we have the audience here, check it out. I'll actually be reviewing VODs with Fame for free. I think that's a pretty good deal. Definitely check that out. Please consider submitting. And yeah, check out my Twitter, check out my Discord, all that sort of thing. Same thing with the commentators, same thing with the players. If you're looking for a list of like who's in the actual exhibition, let me find it for you guys. But we do have a bunch of Twitters and whatnot for you guys to follow. I'll post the link here in the chat. And if you guys like what you saw today and you want to see more of these players, please consider following them on their respective platforms. The other thing is, I need a power up. I gotta warm up real quick, so if you guys will just give me a minute. And I think we're gonna get in there.
I mean, hearing that you're going to be doing a VOD review of Fame is definitely pretty strange to hear. I honestly want to see more Bass in general, so getting some insights from the Basaraga player will be pretty well now on my end. Because we probably have the least representation in Europe.
Fuck Basaraga.
And I just want to see more of him, man. I want to hear people talking about Bass more.
Fuck Basaraga.
I mean, TryKeazer, being one of the few players in Europe that has brought out Basaraga recently in tournaments, so, maybe if the gods will, it will end up with a TryKeazer Basaraga game between the content that I'd love to see, but I doubt it.
Fuck Basaraga. No, I'm not gonna commentate anything except those two words put together. Fuck Basaraga.
I mean, honestly, people that are still asking for Basaraga buffs have no idea how cursed this game would be if everyone was playing Bass right now.
Basaraga is such an easy character. It's not even funny. The character is like, okay, you can actually play him very well thought out, or you can just rampage an RPS, and if it works, it works. But when it works, it hurts more than what the other guy does, so it doesn't matter.
I don't know. All I care about is the fact that back in the day, everyone was getting beaten up by GG Mix. Saw a Basaraga player in tournament land an 80% combo with the MTSSBA.
Have a nice day. I only play. Basaraga counts as a grappler. Realize you got. No.
I think he might be the best grappler. Let's be real.
Hey, La Diva has unmashable setups for her medium SPD that you guys might not be aware about right now.
Yeah, you know about the Lariat setups?
Nope. You can make her MSPD unmashable on many occasions in most of the cast.
Again, Ladiva, one of the characters showing a little bit of a lacking representation. Apparently we don't like big bodies over in Europe at the moment. But we're going to be seeing how the two green women are going to take this set. We saw earlier, Diaphone, when he got his rampage started, it was against Mr. Powell and his Matera.
Very good. Run in by Diaphone, gets...
Taking momentum back into his own. Nice. Beautiful setup. Wow.
Gets the wreck. Has the wreck again.
Clips in, and that's going to be it.
That was
first round going over to Diaphone. This is not looking good for Europe. Might have to bring in our killer.
You mean the cheater? TryKeazer. There's a reason why those two words rhyme.
I don't know. Cheater, Keezer. It's a stretch. We got a lot of words that end in the act.
Nah, you gotta deal with it.
The crowd pleaser, TryKeazer. That's what I want to hear.
No, Diaphone confirms the hit, but doesn't get anything out of it. He's kind of bum rushing him.
Back into the corner. There we go. Ready for it. Anti-airs the Zephyr forward.
This should be done.
That's gonna be
This should be death. This should be death. Kalisto raiding with a party of 44 people. Oh my god. That was free!
BG Callisto coming in with a raiding party of 44. Shoutouts, but it looks like we are going to have to indeed bring in the crowd pleaser TryKeazer.
Diaphone.
The final hope for Europe comes down to Diaphone TryKeazer.
Diaphone, no pressure, but you gotta hold this shit right now, bro.
Come on, Keezer. I believe in you.
And I believe that, wasn't it that Keezer and Diaphone actually have like a really good stable connection between them?
I believe they're 4 frames, which is relatively, and it was relatively stable. So yeah, it should be one of the better matches of the exhibition featuring.
So we are down to the very last game. Like, is this gonna go final round? No, I think Diaphone's gonna take it. I think he's gonna win.
He's just gonna take it. Good both ways.
I think Diaphone's gonna win 2 rounds straight.
I mean, it would be at least fitting because he is the one hosting this event, but at the same time, I'm all for my European boys. I have full faith. I've trusted in you all the way. I've always known that we can hold our own on the international stage, even if it's in 4-frame delay.
I have no faith in you European boys.
I respect it. We've got to stick to our own colors.
Ah, absolutely. It's absolutely Ramez if you think that your boys are going to win this, all right?
I don't know. TryKeazer, at the end of the day, is a player that has been pretty much steadily on the rise since nearly the inception of European Granblue. He wasn't that present at the beginning of European Granblue tournaments, but slowly over time he's been creeping further and further and further up the rankings. And at this point he's hitting top 4 incredibly consistently, probably one of the most consistent players in all of Europe. And that really does show that training does pay off.
I don't know. You guys don't seem to have too much Zoe experience, and wasn't it? I think it does. I think Keezer was the one that did knock off Diaphone earlier, so this is a revenge match right now. But it's for everything. So all the hopes for Team US are on Diaphone at this moment.
You got to do it for Sombang and LKF, the remaining Zoe players. TryKeazer, you got to show them that it's not in vain, that they've armed you with the tools that you need to take Diaphone out of this tournament.
I think Keezer might even be trying to consider a different character.
I mean, there's a chance, but it's very slim. There's probably like a 1% chance in a HAV, let alone this exhibition that we've got set up here. But you know what? I'll be more than open to seeing it, because if it's gonna switch a character, it's gonna more than likely be over to that Vasaraga. So I'm gonna go ahead and bow. I'm gonna pray with all my might that we're gonna end up seeing the TryKeazer. But I somehow doubt it.
Parce que le match là qu'on vous. Allez.
It's gonna be Zoe Narmaya.
Allez.
Getting pumped up by his European family. Let's see if the French Narmaya player is going to be able to take it, or if it is going to be Diaphone, the organizer of the event. You all know him. Or with his Zoe.
Allez, allez, allez. Let's go.
TryKeazer again, just holding back. Being nice and patient. Getting the EX sets enough. First knockdown of the series is going to go over to TryKeazer. The first good hit as well, but out of the scramble comes Diaphone.
Oh, Diaphone got really lucky that Keezer pressed the button early on.
Health lead and positional advantage is now over to Diaphone, getting the confirm. Oh, where's the throw in front of him, but it's okay. The Dragon covering that up. TryKeazer being very patient at the moment, but you can't take too much more. Early tech, so it isn't a chip point already. Blocks the universal overhead.
Yeah, with Diaphone, you can notably see him holding onto the block button, gets the sneaky throw in, and goes up to 1 round. I said Diaphone's gonna take this 2 rounds in a row. He's got his sword. He doesn't have the trolling sword anymore. He's got the real power up going.
Diaphone is running off the positive momentum from the previous match, but we're gonna have to have TryKeazer interrupt that and take the momentum back into his own stride as he has done in the past. If Europe is gonna have any hope of going forwards, gets the EXTP, and that is exactly the momentum shift that we want to see. Keeping solid from here, and we should be able to get the win. Gets the frame trap with the close heavy. One more solid touch could end up being dead.
Beautiful positioning.
Nice, good match from Diaphone.
Oh no, you
similarly
can't do
a
that
good
here.
anti, that's going to end up converting into the SBA, which means that this game is still completely in anyone's hands. EX Lightning blocked. Has ended up cornering himself, and now you got to hold the setups.
Zoe time, let's go.
Universal overhead blocked. Trying to go for the shimmy, delay tech. Universal overhead blocked once again. TryKeazer on the ball with these. And there we go. Using the command dash into the slash, we're tying it up. This is going right down to the final round.
Come on, Diaphone, let's go.
Point.
Gets the counter. I didn't even know that worked. Calls on the dragon. There we go.
Does mean that he really has to cash out here, though. Has one more dragon setup available to him if he doesn't get it going here. The DP coming out. All of a sudden, one more hit, and that dragon is going to be gone. Gets the low. Nice. Health lead is in favor. Yeah, that's going to be another throw. Doesn't have dragon to work with. But if Dragon's going to skip this corner, it'll be a good situation for him else.
He doesn't.
Oh, this is not looking good.
He doesn't.
It's not looking good for my boy. He gets the knockdown, though.
Yes!
That's
Gets the lucky dash, and that is it.
God damn it. So close. Europe is going to end up being felled at the last
It
hurdle.
doesn't matter. Like I told you, 50% of the time, it works 100% of the time, and Diaphone trusting the mash and takes it. Let's fucking go! USA takes this over. This first North America versus Europe Granblue Fantasy
boys.
versus Exhibition. Yes!
I can't help but be dejected, but GG's to everyone involved. There was some
Good
pretty fun
games,
matches
everyone.
to
That
watch.
was awesome. Yeah, good games. Holy crap. Glad I clutched it out. Yeah, definitely. I should have played the Gal theme the whole time. I didn't believe, but we can run it back.
America! But no, that was
I can't
definitely-
believe it. That was so close, but we didn't end up inching it out. GG's to all of the North American players for taking the exhibition between these two regions.
Wow, I'm still trying to wind down from the hype right here. That was actually
I'm just sitting, you know, you get to bask in the glory. I get to sit here being like, my boys. They're so close. It's so far.
So one thing I'm going to tell you guys that I think I saw Realize saying that mashing wins yet again. There is a situation that mashing is 100% perfectly acceptable in this game. It's when the only thing that if you get hit by low into whatever, if it's not going to put you a throw away from losing the life lead, every single time someone blocks anything, there's going to be a mash. It's the Granblue special. But what I noticed is that people have what I noticed a lot while we were playing today, maybe it's because of the lag and people weren't trusting their setups, but I didn't see a lot of people doing meaty or DP safe meaties, not even from frame kills or stuff that should be automatic. So I don't know if that's if it was a lag thing, I don't know if it's a Europe thing, but it's something I would definitely like to see a whole lot more from what I was looking at from the European players.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't think anyone on either side was probably playing at their best today. But regardless, the players did a great job of keeping everything clean in terms of there not being too many connections.
Oh no,
your
your players were playing their best and they lost, and that's it. And you just gotta hold.
Exactly.
I'm not saying anything on that. I'm more talking about the conduct of the players.
I will say that I did notice.
Sorry.
I did notice Miri did a lot of safe subs just because I'm a Yule player. And I think everyone here in America recognizes that they're not DP safe, or they are DP safe, so they didn't DP on them. So you didn't really get to see that interaction. But I did see at least Miri do a lot, and then I look like other people did go for like manual timing, or TryKeazer, or Mr. Powell went for like safe jump pressure, that sort of thing. So it definitely was that. I think there's some of that layer going on for sure. I do gotta say, I like playing against the European players. I think they got their own unique style. I think they play more patient than the US, which is really cool to see. Like, I feel like I can kind of hang back and they'll hang back, and it feels like we're actually playing neutral, which is pretty sick. One other thing I gotta say is, like, they blocked a little too many of my universal overheads. I should have kicked on the torrents, but it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, you guys gotta take this for what it's worth, right? It is PC, it is 4-frame delay. But yeah, that being said, you know, both, as you guys can see, both sides are very strong, and I'm looking forward to seeing what EU does on their side and US does here. So
absolutely, I look forward to trying to. I would love to arrange many more of these exhibitions going forward. Now, I don't know if this is something that we can keep going on, like maybe once every month, just to try and keep bringing new players into it.
I mean, we could try and arrange like semi-regular first to 10 series, like, you know, like 1v1 exhibitions. That could be definitely very sustainable.
No, I would
definitely getting the thoughts going. If you guys have suggestions too, or you like to anything you'd like to see,
I guess these say do Florida. Yeah, no, dude, Florida into any region is guaranteed 6 to 7 frame lag, and I mean, that would probably benefit me altogether, but I'm not down to subjecting somebody to that torture.
What about Florida to South America? How bad's that?
I actually wonder.
maybe we'll see.
I wouldn't know. Diaphone, I would.
Nothing's off the
would not
table
know.
at this point, right?
Yeah, but again, like they were saying earlier, the whoever suggested the Brazilian scene, they seem to be more on PS4. We would obviously have to see if there are any differences between PS4 and PC connections going in that direction. But hopefully, if it's something that we can sort out, we can definitely try.
Yeah, definitely.
Magnum Gear says it's on PC. Follow Marquino on to follow the Brazilian scene. Now, absolutely. Well,
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah. Apparently, it is on the Brazilian scene is on PC. So I don't know. I'll try and see if we can arrange at least a connection test to try and get something going.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Definitely
Yeah,
tune
that
into
would
that.
definitely be interesting. I'm actually curious,
Hey,
especially so
Diaphone,
for you guys.
do not scroll on Twitter. You never
Oh.
know what you will run into.
That is, yeah, especially when I see the profile, the header and the profile pic. That was a very risky scroll. That was good point. Very risky scroll there.
Yeah, exactly. Looking at FGC Twitter on stream, it's that's not what you do. No.
It's not good odds on the mix, honestly.
Yeah. So Egon guys asking for a shout out. I do gotta say shout outs to Egon Bad for being the only trader in America, and
Yes.
with a very well deserved timeout. Shout outs to him. But yeah, I mean seriously, sick stuff, guys. Timeout Chris Chaos too. You guys are crazy. But yeah, I mean, if any of the players want to hop on the chat, you guys are more than welcome. The voice chat, want to say a couple things, want to promo your guys' stuff, feel free. Now is the time to do it. NLBC is coming up in 20 minutes. I'm like debating whether I want to stream my run in that. I'm already pretty tired from this exhibition. But
I didn't even register, guys. I didn't have any idea how long this was going to run. So
Yeah, I had expected it to be a bit shorter, but obviously our players all taking it right to the edge.
yeah, seriously.
As long
Yeah,
as it
I
could possibly
will-
go.
I will do NLBC next week though, and I'll do a mixed Zega La Diva run depending on who I'm playing. I'll play La Diva on the more degenerate folks.
It's been so long since I've got to see some La Diva footage, luckily. It's a bit sad.
No, La Diva, the new setups are. It's kind of ludicrous how ridiculously good they are. It's basically a guaranteed 50-50.
If you show them off next week, I'll try my best to tune in.
I'll do my best.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So guys, anything else before we wrap it up?
No, I just want to thank you, Diaphone, and thank you, Benji, for the opportunity being here, commenting this on the USA side. I'm glad to be commenting on the winning side, keeping my record for group things intact.
Wait, you had a record?
Yes, every time I'm either commentating or participating on a group exhibition, I always win.
That's why I picked you. Let's go.
I mean, honestly, that's my only reservation. I've got nothing but thanks for everyone for the brilliant matches and the enjoyable commentary, as well as the opportunity to get this event moving forwards. But, you know, obviously, only reservation is that my European crew did not end up taking it. I have no regrets, though. I think all of them played very well, and it was...
Now you have to disown
agreed.
Navir. You have to disown Navir for that SBA. that SBA.
Hey,
reset.
you guys claim Nivea. Diaphone claimed Nivea. He's
Oh,
yours now.
so Navir's one of us now.
Okay, so we disown them then.
I mean, the French community might have something to say about it, but yeah.
You know what?
Diaphone did
We
claim
do have
them.
South America in the chat. You guys can take Navir.
I don't know. I'm sure France will want to keep a hold of him.
If you don't eat medium rare steaks,
Wow.
you are not my friend.
That is correct. That is correct.
I just joined the chat to say like follow my Twitter at
Yeah.
ny_Teiga and follow me on Twitch at Teiga.
Yep,
Yeah, that's
check
me.
it out. I'm putting it in the chat. If you guys, oh, that's not the right link. If you guys want to check out these players, again, some of them are very strong.
somebody
Some
can
of them
somebody,
making very
uh,
good
Can
content.
somebody time out Ed Gone Bad again? Because he definitely deserves it.
Oh, yeah, time out Chris Chaos too because he was cheering for Europe.
What? Oh, hell no.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
anything
that's
else
true, you're right,
before
that
we
is a
conclude?
harder-
Ed Gone Treason is correct.
I got treason, exactly.
Obviously, the only thing that I'll shout out is the European Granblue scene in general. We've had nothing but adversity striking us this entire time, obviously. But they've done a phenomenal job of staying on top of everything, giving us a great entertainment. And I feel like the European Granblue scene is pretty much you know, it's up there in terms of one of the more dedicated FGC scenes in Europe at the moment. So I have nothing but love for everyone who has made it possible. Obviously, I run the events, but it's not possible without the community. So that's where the real love should be getting sent to. So shout out to everyone.
Yeah,
Awesome.
shout out to all the players on the US side. Thank you guys for holding it down. Teiga, thank you for coming in clutch over there with Percival, trying to knock out a few pegs before Diaphone had to go take over. Diaphone, thank you for anchoring the ship. Thank you for holding it down. European players, thank you for your participation. Really, if I wasn't living in Florida, if I lived anywhere up more north, I would definitely try playing with you guys. But I kind of just have to hold it. But and I'm gonna thank myself for getting each of you USA players ready for Zeta, because we mopped that character every time in the exhibition.
Yeah, it's sad to see. I had nothing but hope for tomorrow, but early days. Maybe we'll come back in 6 months, see how his Zeta's gonna hold up at that point. Shout out to Diaphone as well for having me on and for arranging this entire exhibition. And I'm glad to have been able to help and hop on commentary.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I think you guys killed on commentary. Yeah, if you guys want the Twitters, again, it's in the link I posted, Gandito and Che. Definitely check them out. That being said,
Thank you, Wavy, for taking out Keezer those 2 times.
thank you, Wavy. Yeah, Wavy actually carried.
Secret
real
carry,
talk.
yeah.
Yo,
Wavy actually carried.
boof. Anyhow, I got a little girl who's probably a little bit hungry. I gotta make her some. I gotta prep her dinner. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign out from the voice chat. But Diaphone, again, thank you for having me, and hopefully I'll be here commentating on the next one.
Sick. Yeah, be glad to have you. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna wrap it up. Take care, guys. And well, actually, I'm not wrapping up completely. I think I'm gonna stream my LBC run, or at least the first part of it, until I get stream fatigue or something. So stick around if you want to see that. But I am gonna wrap it up for commentary here. Yeah. Take care, Che. Take care. Che and Tay. That rhymes, but you get what I mean. Take care, guys.
Yeah, have a good one, Diaphone. And
USA.
Let me stop.
I want to play the America Fuck Yeah song, but I feel like that's a DMCA waiting to happen.
Yeah,
so
that's
I think
that's
I'll
almost
pass
a
on that.
guarantee.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. But you guys sing that in your head, please. And
First the tank tag mirror between Europe and NA. That is one of the few things in life I don't want to see.
yeah, please let's not do that. All right, guys. Hey, Che. I'm gonna go get ready for an LBC by playing on PS4, remembering how different the two consoles are. So
Oh, that's an L.
yeah, this is
Enjoy
definitely
that.
an L, but we'll see. But yeah, appreciate it. Take care. All right, boys. So we gotta get ready for LBC. This will be interesting. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really enjoyed that. I think that's a lot of fun. I think we peaked at 360 or 70 viewers. Maybe I got 400. I wasn't paying full attention, not gonna lie. I think we peaked around 400. That was really cool to see.